Hi guys, Top Table Steve here. Thanks for joining us on this video. It's a little bit different than the stuff that we've put out previously. What this is a pre-recorded live stream, if you like. We played out a live battle report last night and we filmed it using our new setup with new overlays, the new way we want to film live battle reports. So we have live stuff alongside the pre-recorded battle reports. The reason for this is we do want to cover events. We want to go to events at the weekends, whether they be GBHL league events or just freestanding events that people are putting on, and live stream the games, get them out there, show them off, let people showcase their events, especially just try and entice some new players or players, maybe have been in the hobby for a long time and have never attended an event. Try and get them to see what the events are all about and not to be afraid to come down, hang out with the rest of the guys in the community and just have fun and make friends, really. So yeah, I've jump straight in. I've nattered on long enough. Like I say, it was pre-recorded live, so you're getting the full 90 minutes, which the game lasted for. You get commentary, you get all the scores on the side, on the overlay and everything like that, and everything's in real time. If you were watching this live, when we do these live, which we are going to be doing on the channel, you can get involved in the chat. You can talk to the two guys who are commentating, be it me or Jay, or me and Ben, or Ben and Jay, or whoever else is commentating. And we can talk about tactics, we can talk about the armies, we can talk about what the players are doing, the decisions that they're making, which is all a lot of fun. So, excuse any slight hiccups. Off the top of my head, I don't think there was many. It was the first time we tried it out, so there was a few times where I have a blank look on my face and I don't really look like I know what I'm doing, but I assure you that I did. Well, I'm going to say that anyway because you'll never know. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Watch it through. If you can get, I know it's a long video, but if you can get through to the end, that'd be fantastic. Let us know what you thought about it. Let us know if it worked for you, if the overlay works with the score tracking system and the information about the scenarios and such, and the camera shots especially are key. We want it to feel as if you stood alongside the table watching the game, alongside with the two players, and you're there with your pals chatting about it. That's the vibe we want to go for. So without further ado, let's jump into the pre-recorded video, and hopefully I'll hear from you in the comments. Enjoy, guys. Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm Top Table Steve.
Hi, I'm Top Table Jay.
And welcome to the first test stream
beta
test of our live battle reports. Thank you everyone who has joined us. We've got quite a few in, which is nice.
All the patrons showing some support, which is appreciated. But we're here tonight with a rabble of wonderful people to test what hopefully we're going to be taking on tour this year and hitting up some events, because we want to bring the best event coverage and a new style of Middle-earth format games. So we've got the wonderful Matt Woods with us. Say hi, Matt. They can probably catch you on the microphone. And the wonderful Slim J, Top Table Ben.
Hello.
Hello. And Top Table just had a shave. Looks like a young Tom Selleck.
Nick
Moore at the back.
Top
Table
Nick.
Nick.
He does look like a young Tom Selleck.
He does. He looks
good. I keep saying it. It's not 10 years off him.
I know, the
beard's 10 years off him.
The beard is
gone. You won't believe it.
But we're all here tonight. So we've got Matt heading up his Mordor force, with Ben playing, of course, Gondor, which he is known for. Ooh. And Nick being the wonderful tech whiz he is, moving the cameras. And we're going to sit here and just talk.
So we're going to, the premise is you guys can watch live, you can comment, you can get involved in the chat with me and Jay. You can tell us what you think they're doing wrong or what they should do on their moves and stuff. On a later version of this, we will be able to draw lines and arrows and things on the screen, but we're not going to run before we can walk, so to speak. So I think without further ado, should we have a look at Ben's army?
We will. Couple of notes before we do jump in though. One thing that's different with this that won't be when we're taking this on tour is me and Steve are actually right now, I can almost touch the edge of the table.
I can touch.
So normally when we're commentating,
in the wrong kind of way.
That got me. Normally when we're commentating these games, me and Steve will be able to say, "Oh my God, the idiot missed this," and do you think he's going to do X? In this game, they're going to hear it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like we're testing the hardware and the layout and stuff. But when we are doing this properly, we'll of course be further away or in a different room, so we'll be able to give like full critique and tell you everything we think they should be doing, shouldn't be doing, and point out mistakes without giving it to the players. But for tonight, it's fine because we're testing it and we're going to have some fun. And what we're going to do is, once they roll for turn 1 priority, they're going to play for 90 minutes and we'll see who comes out victorious. They're going to be, we said what they're going to be playing?
I'm going to get it up on screen for you now. I just need to add...
the way you've placed it. Yeah, I had to guess, but yeah, it's fine. So we'll have a look at Ben's army. Like I said, his composition is slightly different. So his warbands, it is the exact army that he has, but he's split his warbands a little bit differently. But we'll have a look at it, a quick little chat about it. He's gone pretty much run of the mill, straight down the road, very simple.
Take us through it.
So Ben's Gondor force, his leader is Boromir on foot with shield. We've got 12 Minister of Warriors with shield, 2 Knights of Minister with shield, and then the other warband will have Faramir, the Ranger Faramir with a bow, 8 Rangers with spears, 6 Minister of Warriors with spears and shield. Again, the split might be different, and we can actually look at... Move on to Matt's force so you can peruse it while we just continue our thank you to
Matt's Mordor force. Very nice. What's he got?
So Matt has Gothmog as his leader. He's on a warg and he is equipped with a shield. He's paid for a shield. He's got 10 Morannon Orcs, 9 with shield, 5 with spears in his warband. He then has Gothmog's Enforcer with 8 Morannons, 6 with shields and 4 with spears. And then Goroth, again with the exact same warband as Gothmog's Enforcer. The good thing about this list is it's got a couple of the new heroes in it. So we've got a couple of special rules which are really, really cool. So it is hold ground. So it's Maelstrom of Battle. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip to the table in a minute. And the lads will roll for their warbands, roll for priority and such. And then once everyone is deployed, we'll start the timer.
Sounds good.
It's going to be an hour and a half long game. We'll have a little chat afterwards to just chat about how the game went and also ask you guys how you thought that this layout in how that we're hopefully going to do live games in future was for you to watch. If it was enjoyable, if there's anything you'd change. And any feedback would be really, really appreciated. So
we're not going to read comments as we do on the Top Table Live.
No,
we'll chat tactical, but
yeah.
I'm going to do a super quick roll call as a thank you to everyone who's in. So big shout out to Andrew Cox, Skullmunch is in, Stuart Russell. We've got Gaz Baller in. A lot of you guys were seen tomorrow, which is exciting at the open day. Much love. We've got the hero that made this possible, which is Pat in. Rain Mickle is in, and I appreciate that because I know it's very late at night for you, my friend. We've got Ben Pearson in, and we've got Stuart Russell just flying through. Tom Glover's in, and it is much appreciated. We're glad you're all here. Don't be precious about feedback because that's what's going to help us make this even better.
Tell us if something's not working for you at your end, the viewer, because that's the reason we're doing this. It's for you guys. If something's not working, doesn't work
Stick it in the Patreon group.
Let us know.
That's the best place for it, I think.
So, as you can see now, this is the main game screen. You can see on the overlay, we've got the scenario there. You can see the gaming board. And what we're going to do here, I am going to just start the game and the lads will start rolling. The lads are just going to play as normal. They're not going to wait for us. They're just going to play. And when they've deployed, we will, you guys crack on. We'll start the timer.
So you deploy first warband?
So Matt is deploying first.
So roll the dice.
Yeah. Hold ground to the run for board edges.
Cool. So 2 is you choose east or west.
So you can might up or down in this.
And I can point to where.
Yeah, they can use might.
6 in from the corners. So east or west is effectively the sides of the board, guys, that the players are picking. And Ben is popping down Gothmog and his warband, which is 10 Morannons, right?
Yes.
So Matt's force is wicked because he's got 2. The guy I can never say his name of in Gothmog, he's got 2 very, very hard.
Goroth.
That fella.
Yeah.
He's got 2 very hard hitting heroes and a ton of high defense orcs. And obviously they've both got pretty good defense because we've got the Warriors and Ministerial on the Gondor side, but obviously the Gondor, it's gonna be a pretty fair old fight actually, and it'd be interesting to see. And I look, Maelstrom's actually my favourite, and I know a lot of people, especially in tournaments, are huge.
I don't like playing Maelstrom, but I'm enjoying watching it.
Yeah,
and seeing people go. Ooh.
The deployment is huge because if little warbands can tie others up, it'll be a serious fight for what can get to the middle. Because of course, once one force is broken on a 1 or a 2 at the start or at the end of any turn, the game can end.
Yeah.
And how often have we wanted it to end and it's gone on another 9 turns?
Yeah.
And how often has it gone on another 9 turns when we'd have won if it ended the first 8? We've all been there, right? Ben's nodding. Ben's been there.
So just a note, guys, as you can see, the screen has changed a little bit. What we've got down the left-hand side of the screen now is the stats for the heroes that are involved for each faction. And across the top, you are still getting all the rules for the scenario. Scrolling, we can change that, and in the future, we may have different things scrolling across the top. But yeah, let us know what you think. Pat's done an amazing job with this.
Isn't it?
I am over the moon. He's far surpassed what I envisaged it to look like. it's unbelievable. So let us know.
Also, fair warning, Pat, you might get a list of tweaks at the end of this video.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. And a big shout out to Flying Mammal saying the layout is looking very fancy looking, which it is. And Skullmunch, Matt sends his Skullmunch sends his love saying he hopes you've changed your dice since last time you played in it. Because a 2+, even with all your burly and the other stuff, still probably isn't enough to get you a wound, mate.
I need a 3 this week.
So again, as we can see, I've changed the screen. We have different shots which get a closer, tighter shot on different areas of the board. So as we can see here now, Ben is deploying his first warband. Get a little bit closer, you can see what it is, what the different models are.
He's lining up there, of course, to heroic move or heroic march into the middle, I think.
Yep. Obviously, you'll have those guys who will be able to tell you what's what and what they're playing with. But again, this is as much a good excuse for us to play with this setup and see that it works well.
So Matt's just rolled a 6 for his Gurrit's warband, which he can choose anywhere on the board, and pretty smart. He's keeping his force together, so he's whacking him down next to Gothmog.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's a good shout. In Maelstrom, the main idea is to keep all your force together as best you can, so like no one gets isolated.
I really like having one kind of small warband, and it's great if you can choose where it's coming on in Maelstrom, because you can tie up a force with it for a couple of turns, and you lose it. But in losing it, you've got the rest of your army sat on the middle, and then they've got to push through you, which is always the way I like to play Maelstrom. Yeah. If I had the option as Ben, I would bring a warband on next to Gothmog and Gurrit's, and I'd lose it, but then I'd be able to fortify the middle, and I'd actually be wanting to break and die at that point, and then the game end. And that tends to be my strats. That usually when we're doing this, guys, Matt wouldn't be writing down on his hand as we speak. No, I'm kidding. Listen to me, I've not played SBG in ages. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, very exciting as well. Nothing to do with this stream or the test, but I get my Hunter Orcs from the wonderful Gaz tomorrow. Very exciting.
We might see them next on the next stream.
Just seen your message, Flying Mammal, about the glare on the dice cam. That is a pain that we've had for all of time and but we will fix it before we go on the road. It is something we would definitely be bothered by. We've gone to the effort of putting the dice cam in there, because I think in SBG it's very important, as you see in the dual rolls, so we'll make sure that they are crystal clear for when we take this going.
We have two options with this. We need to get ourselves some very matte dice that don't reflect, or unfortunately where our dice cam is sat in the studio, it's directly under the main light, which is a bit of a nightmare. That's
I didn't know that. So Pat doing a wicked job. Pat's obviously chatting to people as well, as he absolutely should. When a hero goes to 0 wounds, it greys out the thing.
Does it?
Yeah. We're learning. We do know. As always at Top Table, the talent and skill has come from everyone but me and Steve. And we're having a fun Friday night watching Matt and Ben play some games. Maybe not at this point.
I get to choose.
We're going to have a little tweak with the dice cam. We won't play too much. It's difficult to do while we're going. If it's any better or worse, do let us know, but we're not going to sweat too much about it. A lot of it is the camera and the positioning of the overhead light as well that causes some of the glare. It is an issue we're aware of from setting up the new studio. Yeah, I can see that from here. Definitely on the white ones. No, I'd have left it where it was. Just leave it there. No,
the other way a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Yeah, it was fine.
Right, so point the mic to bring him on here.
Done a little tweak. Hope that's better.
Yeah, I hope that works. Again, it's just a lighting issue. It's something on the road that we won't have that problem.
Welcome, Reese Taylor. Going to give you the 30-second version. These guys are playing Hold Ground and currently setting up. It looks like they are set up, so we'll switch back in a sec.
We're still waiting for...
Oh, Matt's in deliberation about his third warband. What are your options, Matt?
Because at the moment I can bring him on.
Oh,
but you could spend might.
Yeah, well, my thinking is either am I happy to write that off and let him put me in there and tie it up.
Those notes you wrote on your hand, right? It's an option.
On here and keep everything together.
Most people tend to say spend the might, don't they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Sideline coaching over.
so that's Goroth has used a point of might, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we get to test it.
So we get to test it. Here you go, Pat. This is the tester. So, Goroth is down to 2 might, and that should be showing up on the screen now.
Oh, look at that. Oh. Why did you transition?
I don't know.
Cool.
You know when you whisper, you've got a mic, lapel mic on. People can hear you.
I won't tell any of my secrets then.
Steve,
Yes.
we could put if you can look at that screen, we can put the overlay on that screen.
It's all right. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
So what have you done, Matt? Are they down? So they've gone, as you can see there, just on the side of the burnt house. Probably pop that board quarter up. And so is that it?
That's it.
Are we deployed? So we've got Ben's force all pretty much sat together on his side of the table, and Matt is kind of corner deployed, and we're ready to go. So I think it's time for turn 1 priority, boys. Good luck and enjoy. So it's 7:15, which means at 8:45 we're going to call it on this game.
So it's an hour and a half, yeah?
Let's see if Matt can roll higher than a 3 for the first time in forever. He rolls a, of course.
A standard 2.
Yep. We're going to have to get him a t-shirt with a big number 2 on the back, aren't we?
Go, priority goes to me. Would you like to call anything? No. Cool, right, I'm going to start moving then.
No heroics from either side?
Nope.
I expected some marches. I always do.
I think they're being a bit wary with the might at the minute.
Spend it. How much have they got? We can see it off the overlay.
Matt's got quite a bit. Matt's
got 6 now. He spent 1 on
He's
Gondor.
got 6, but he also has Master of Battle, and anyone who's not aware of Gothmog's Enforcer, how his profile works, he has 3 will, which if he's within 3 inches of Gothmog, Gothmog can use his will to call heroics.
It's just heroic moves.
Is it just heroic moves? All right, okay, I thought it was the 3 main ones. No, just heroic moves. All right, okay, fair.
So Tom's saying, are there any plans to add overall army stats on there too, such as priority casualties taken, broken, and Pat has answered saying it's been removed for the first run. Yep, we want to walk before we can run, even. Yeah. I still think what we're delivering here is wicked, and I'm super proud of it. And what we want to do is we want to get it super polished and delivering A1 every time, and then we can look at the functionality that we're missing once we've rolled it out and everybody's having a look at it, and just keep developing what will be the best SBG resource for you. And because the beauty of this is, let's say we were at Scouring, and you guys, if you can't make the event, you can follow along all weekend.
I was so upset this wasn't.
I know, me too. You follow along all weekend, but the other beauty of that is, after the fact, it's 7 battle reports for YouTube.
Yeah.
So we want them to be polished, both as like a live delivery, but also something that you could watch back and enjoy. So information is key, ultimately. So we will always look at functionality to give you the information that will make it more enjoyable for you. Yeah.
There's also the worry about having too much information on the screen and taken away from the visual side that you want to see the game itself. Otherwise, you may as well just have a voiceover. So we're going to work on a few different things.
Allegiances are being pledged.
It's also keeping track.
Yes.
Of a live game that it's not like being in the studio where we can stop the game, have a chat, make sure we've got the right numbers. We might be filming last game of the tournament, top table. It's a very important game. We can't tell the players, hang on a minute while we count you dead.
And if we update it wrong, you guys are on social media like raging, worst case scenario, like it's not fair on anyone. Allegiances are being pledged, boys. Sean and Ruth have got your back, Matt. Team Mordor. Ben, Tom Glover, Team Gondor. Just want Faramir to do more than Bozza. Prove your dad wrong, son. Good lad. So as we can see, Ben has just moved his army forward. He's of course got that central objective in mind, and Matt is going to be doing the same, keeping the double line. Have you moved full or half, Ben?
Everyone's just moved as much.
You've just pushed 6. Cool. And obviously, Matt, you have no range, so there's no reason for you to not lump forward as fast as possible. Obviously, Gothmog's tucked away at the back because Ben does have some bow shots, and there's nothing worse than Gothmog losing his warg or his fate early before he gets there. That is the plan. Game plan revealed.
One little note to make, which we did forget to mention at the beginning. You can see that there is water on the board. The water we're treating as very, very shallow, so it's just going to act as difficult terrain, rough ground, so it'll be half movement in the water, not to just sort of the objectives in the water.
Yeah.
So we didn't want it to be, silly. So
we're renaming this scenario swim ground.
Yeah.
Paddle ground.
So I mean,
it's exciting. We've been looking forward to this.
This is the first time that we've seen it.
We're sat here commentating.
What do you think of it?
It's wicked, isn't it?
I
wanna
might
play.
forget-
I'm dying to
I
play.
keep forgetting that I need to be talking because I'm just like looking at it going.
Let's just watch the game, yeah. No, it's interesting. Pat Gaunt is Team Rohan. A little bit interesting. Waiting them to bring the charge from the edge of the board. Matt, if you keep rolling them twos, we'll give you a Rohan contingency. That's happening, right? Oh wait, Tom Glover. Oh, I forgot Ben's controlling Mordor. # Team Mordor. He's abandoned you now. He found out you're the Gondor player. You're on your own, mate.
It's that Leodis element thing.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Shots
I'm
fired.
giving away all my secrets here for 500 points.
They need all the help they can get. It's fine.
So Ben's moving into the middle. Matt's moving into the middle. There's not much happening at the moment.
Turn 2 priority, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Big 3 from Matt.
Matt actually fist pumped the air at rolling a 3 there. I know that's not quite on camera. So we're just going to have a quick second. They're having a ponder about heroics and stuff. It's interesting. So you're on a 4v4. The deployment is 6 on. So if you deploy across, you've got what? 12 inches till you're scoring it, 18 till you're on it. I always think this scenario is about getting across it first. Because you've both got very high defense. And don't forget, guys, what we're saying here, they wouldn't usually hear. This is a test game.
Yeah.
You've both got very high defense, kind of spear support in 2-rank armies and some big hitting heroes for the flanks. My kind of key thing would be get across it first. So I'd be doing marches and moves if needed.
Yeah, I mean,
moves aren't needed yet.
For me,
but I would be marching straight across that objective. As
both
quick as
armies
possible.
have got the capacity to do a decent shield wall.
So just check, is anyone calling any heroics, or are you guys good?
No heroics?
No, I'm not calling anything.
Both being very
So Ben's back from his loo break.
Might ignore me.
Yeah. I thought Matt was just going to just move on.
Again, Matt's here. He's just stomping forward. He's opted to save the mic.
It's fair. I mean, Ben's got how much? Because obviously he's got 6 and he's got 9. You've got 9, right? Obviously, Bozza is just a bank of 6 of them, which is always quite. And it's interesting because, like, Boromir could have marched turn 1 and turn 2 and still be sat on 4, which is something I probably would have done.
I think he's playing.
It was weird, like, talking about how we play it because the sat stood next to us in this one. Usually, I'd be like, "What an idiot!" We're back on the echoey camera, so we haven't fixed it, but we will figure that out. Don't worry, guys.
So that's the game close.
It's the close camera that's echoing.
Right.
We can see the problem.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's right there.
Boom.
And just like that, we fixed it. How's that? Should be better now. So obviously we got Matt is pushing up. They're both getting close to the objective.
I think next turn's key.
Ben, can I have the scenario card? Please, bro. I know it's all on screen for you guys, just reminding myself. So, of course, we're playing hold ground, which means when broken on 1 or 2, the game ends. And then it's 3 victory points for more models within 6.
Yes, go on.
It's interesting. So this is, obviously, I'm not playing much of the new edition. It's now, obviously, the scenarios are now capped at 12-0, so it isn't like models within it. It's more models, double and triple, I believe.
Yep.
And then you can get points for leader and points for broken and unbroken.
Yep. They all changed quite slightly, and I think for the better.
Skullmunch and Flying Man are letting us know that we are wizards for fixing that camera. Thank you. Standard.
I quite like they were little in the corner.
I know.
Hey.
Can I be Slim J now? I'm that small.
Yeah, Jay's. Look how svelte Jay's looking of late.
I'd like to say it's through like dedicated hard work. Look, yeah.
Just not eating.
Jay got sick over Christmas, and it had a very good effect. But all good. So Ben, are you moving 6 or 3 there, buddy, with those Rangers?
6.
Yeah, we're fine. Ben's moving 6. So Ben's forgoing his shooting as well.
Well, I think he's looked at Matt's force and thought strength 2 bows.
Defense a million.
You know what impact am I going to have before he reaches the middle?
I would be throwing it all at Gothmog, even if one blags those in the ways and hits the warg.
I don't know.
Like, because
I think he's playing it right. I probably would take a couple of pot shots, but I think generally
Gothmog wins.
I think Ben needs to get to the middle more first than Matt does.
If Gothmog wins, if Gothmog gets in on Boromir or Faramir because they're on the ground and wins that fight, they're messed up.
Yeah.
Sean Bean as well, he has to die in every game as well as every movie, right? That's how it works. Skullmunch says, didn't want to keep banging on about the echo, just want to make sure. No, we do appreciate it, we've sorted it. As
Stop
a rule,
banging on, Ruth. Stop banging on.
as a rule of anyone who's watched more than one of our lives, you know there's normally something wrong and we don't like fiddling with things once we're going. I know. But yeah, we fixed it. Mainly me, a little bit of Steve.
Yeah.
Standard. So what do you guys think of the format? Is this something you could watch a weekend of with us, kind of chatting along with you in the comments, and obviously sit here talking, telling you what we do and watching whether it be kind of the top tables or the fun matchups? Kind of my favourite way of doing this at an event would be day one. We'd probably pick we'd handpick the games. So we'd look at the draw and go, those two armies would be great to get on the stream, and we'd pull them. And then day two, you'd probably run the top table to see who's
Top table day
event.
2, but yeah, I think you're right. Day 1 would literally be, we'd have a look at the draw.
Yeah.
And go, right, you guys, can we have you over here, please? Thank you very much.
And also,
Everyone smile.
would you enjoy? We'll still do our bat reps the way we do them in the most part. Would you enjoy these as after the fact bat reps as well? And any old feedback is welcome. And stick it, as most of you are Patreons, throw it in the Patreon Facebook group.
Yeah.
Best place for it.
I'm
you
just
guys
checking
get to
some,
see
I'm
this
just checking
first.
some of the stats here just to make sure. So
Steve had one job, which is bring the profile cards for the armies.
yeah, I forgot.
Steve forgot.
Moved.
Schoolmunch says liking it a lot. Appreciate it. Big shout out my man. So they've both moved and they're going straight into turn 3 priority. A turn counter would be good, although I don't know how much use that is.
Cool. Over to you again.
So Matt takes it again. Any heroics?
I'm not going to call anything.
Ooh, cagey.
So they keep it all because they know.
So at the end of that 90 minutes, when they reach the objective and we say goodbye, you'll have had a riveting evening watching. So they're getting in on it, and it does, just due to like terrain and the way Ben's force being bigger and stuff and that bloody fence, it looks like Matt is going to get across the objective first.
Right where I want him.
He's falling into the trap. Don't forget the water is difficult terrain as well, so you're going to go for a paddle. But no, it's exciting. I really like the top down. We made a tactical choice to put our best camera on the ceiling recently, didn't we? And I think it's paying off.
It's going to
Definitely
pay off
in
even
this
more in a
format.
minute because I'm
Top
gonna
table
get
Nick.
even
Yeah, baby.
tighter.
But no, it's good. Happy Friday night, everyone. Hope you've had a okay work week if you've been back after Christmas.
Who's in the chat who's going to Warmer World tomorrow?
So we know Skullmunch is going, Flying Mammal's going. Is Tom Glover going? I know Gaz is coming down. It's going to be fun. We're going to meet up. We're going to hang out. We're really looking forward to it. What you guys... They've said nothing about it, have they? They haven't released like a seminar list. We don't even know if there is seminars. But ultimately, we can have a walk around the museum. We can have a burger in Bugman's. We can hang out.
Have a cuddle.
And have some New Year hugs. Flying Mammal is me. She is, of course, coming tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you, Ruth.
Could I ever get a tighter shot? It's nice that we're able to get these tight shots. I don't know how well they transpire over YouTube, whether you can sort of see. Are you able to see? How clear can you see the miniatures?
Colm's in. Hello, Colm Brown.
How you
Good to
doing,
see you,
Colm?
buddy. He's saying, I think this is really cool. Being able to switch the cameras is great. Clean overlay. And the scroll on top is clever. Thumbs up. Big shout out to Pat Gaunt in the chat. This wouldn't have happened without him. And Top Table Nick and everybody else. Mainly me, but yeah, everyone else might as well get a shout out, right? And Com says, I'm not there tomorrow. I've just given Jay a shop in the ears. I'm picking up the Defenders of Lake Town for Com tomorrow. He's going Lake Town. Are you guys reading the Drone Combat blog as well? I am loving it from our local guys, Dan and Colm and 47 others.
There's two. There's the blog that Drone Combat's doing. There's the other podcast, that new one, Out of the Frying Pan. Have you listened to that? That's decent as well.
I've been hoping there'd be more SBG podcasts.
Yeah, there's been loads. It's really good at the minute. That's why we've had to up our game with this, you see.
We'll have to do a top table podcast. Tom Glover can't go anymore. Gutted. Yeah, I'm gutted too, man. It'd been cool to have you there, but it's going to be fun. Me, Steve, and Nick are going to be up nice and early, getting there. I think we're going to get there for 9 a.m. to get to the front of the queue, because if there is a Middle Earth seminar, usually the first 50 people in the queue snatch all the tickets.
Yeah, we want in.
So we've arranged that us and the wonderful little John who looked after you all at the Weekenders, we're all getting up there for 9 a.m. just to get in the queue, and then the doors open at 10. We're going to charge like the charge of the Rahirim.
Yeah.
Straight through there. I wonder if they've still got that big Lurtz in the entrance. I love that.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. Well, last time I was there.
Isn't there a new Middle Earth display now? A Warren Rohan one? We've not seen it yet.
Pelennor one.
Oh, it's going to be mad. How many mummics?
No, it's not Pelennor. Yeah, you're right. It's Warren Rohan. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So, at the minute, it looks like Ben is...
Ben Pearson's going to be there tomorrow. Wicked. Always a pleasure, Ben.
Let's get...
Yeah, we should talk about the game, really, shouldn't we?
We're
We're learning how to commentate here, by the way, so I will do my usual talking rubbish, and feel free to tell me to get back on track. So
Ben's swinging off at the minute towards the bridge.
What a Friday night.
Standard.
know me.
So he's obviously got some
Classic
tactics in
Gondor.
mind.
He's seen like a stone bridge. He's like, that's got to be home. I'm going there. I'm home.
Well, it looks to me like his bows might be.
He's taking the high ground.
His bows might be setting up on the bridge. It looks like.
And obviously, Matt is. So Matt has flanked some of his orcs as well that are running round the river, and it could be quite interesting because I wonder if you're going to see late game. And don't forget, we're pretending they can't hear us. If Ben's going to go straight over the bridge and try and do a bit of a pincer sandwich movement.
Yeah, well, he's hitting it from the flank then, isn't he? He's hitting.
Thing is, he'll split off
The
his
weak
spear
spot.
supports and stuff. Then your Gothmog is down here. Where are the other heroes?
They're all down this end.
Nice, interesting.
Yeah, all down
Okay.
this end.
Oh, Matt. I'm kidding. It's going to be dead good when we do
We're
this.
going to get Matt a top table t-shirt
I can't roll the
with
three.
a number 2.
He's
on,
got his Sauron
with,
t-shirt
with a
on.
number 2 on the back of it.
Ben's come with his top table t-shirt that he has to talc up to get in because it's like painted on.
Spelt.
Yeah.
I put on a bit over Christmas, so it's a bit tight now. Cool, so over to shooting. You got any shooting, Matt?
Wow!
So do
Just a bit of laugh in his face there.
Ben does have shooting.
Yeah, so
So let's have a look at what he's going to do.
I'm going to shoot with this guy first. He's moved fast, so he's hitting our full plus. He's going to be shooting.
So as expected, it looks like he's going to start whittling down from the flank, which he's probably going to hit if he gets over the bridge.
You've got to bear in mind, Matt's pushing 30 models at high def. I don't think the shooting game alone will take this.
No.
He's got. I'm going to take a shot at Gothmog. There's no in the way.
Gaz is bringing his 2 boys tomorrow.
Ooh, nice.
No, doesn't get it.
So he shot at Gothmog and he didn't get that shot off. It's one with your mounted models. You do sit
Barry
higher.
is also going to take a shot at Gothmog, hitting on 3 plus because he hasn't moved. And he hits him in the way to the front guy.
It's first in the way.
Hits the front guy.
Hits the front dude.
Straight 2
Sixes.
6, did in 6.
Oh!
No. Again, this is what you come up against.
I always find the Rangers are like stormtroopers. They never hit.
I don't use Rangers for the bowfire. I use them for the fight 4 and the spear.
I don't tend to take shooting in a list unless it's elves or 4 million hobbits. As I was chatting to Colm earlier about.
It's hit and miss though sometimes. How many times have you brought a list? So this is a lot. He's got a few hits here.
Needing 6s.
4 hits.
Those guys over there.
Needing 6s off these 4 dice. No hits.
Worth noting as well, guys. We didn't quite get it set up for tonight, but we can kind of draw on the screen so it's not clear when we're using the top down and not an action cam for shooting. We can show you what is shooting and what.
Back into priority then. You can use that.
Reese, the points is the game is 500 points. Ben has Faramir and Boromir on foot, and then a splash of Rangers, Warriors of Minas Tirith, and 2 knights, and then Matt has got Gothmog, Guritz. Who's the third hero?
Gothmog's Enforcer.
Gothmog's Enforcer, and about 20 odd.
He's got 29 altogether.
26 Morannons and the 3 heroes. Gothmog is on a warg and a shield. He's got a shield as well.
So what we'll do now, we will cut to our close shot just to see Ben's movement at this stage. As we mentioned, it looks like he's going to try and flank Matt, come up the side, hit the weaker, if there is a weak side to hit, but where there's no heroes.
Sorry guys, I'm just making notes of things that maybe we want to tweak differently, just so we can give the best thing possible. So, Gondor at home, of course. Matches your basing beautifully, Ben, might I add.
Well, when he's on the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that's what he's done. He's going for best painted. Hey Matt, you could win an event.
I don't know if there is any people in the chat who do or are thinking of hosting tournaments, but like Jay covered before, we are looking at taking this on the road. This isn't just us singing and dancing about our events, which we're very passionate about, obviously. And
oh, look at that shot right now.
It looks great. It does look great. But yeah, we want to take this on the road. So any TOs who are interested in having this kind of footage of their event, I think it would showcase their event really well and just get it out there to a lot more people than it would normally just putting the odd post on Facebook.
Plus, it gives us an excuse to go for a weekend knees up, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because if we're filming, it means you can't take part in as many events as we'd like, but we can also be there.
Go for it.
Because you made that square, what I see in here isn't not there.
Okay.
So we'd have to mask whatever,
screen.
whatever you can see on there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
need to mask it on here, so
Cool. Sorry guys, we are just making notes. This is a big test. You want this, my friend? There you go. Matt's researching the scenario now. His game face is on. Ben's squatting, getting his model eye view. They're all taking it very
Matt's now
serious.
decided that he needs to read the rules for the scenario.
Yeah.
Turn 3.
Yeah. Solid, Matt. We love you.
What's that ring in the middle?
Everyone's saying the close angle is cool. Definitely. The other thing is we're going to endeavour to teach Top Turbo Nick how to play SBG. So he is delivering you all these close angles live. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna do a bit of a training montage with him. So when we're at events, we'll make sure you're getting all the cool shots as it goes. We should make a training montage video for the channel. In fact, Nick had to lift a spin bike earlier. Long story. That was a training session, wasn't it, mate? Your legs though. Flipping heavy end. Cool. Reece Taylor's got us on the telly nice and clear. That sounds good, mate. Let us know how it looks. And apologies for Steve in HD. It's not always the best.
It is always.
Flying Mammal is testing us on TV, tablet, and phone. She's ace. She gets us them views. We think our live streams are like mega, but she's just got 47 devices running with fake Gmail accounts. Glad.
Oh, she's starting to paint her ents on Sunday, apparently.
Painting her ends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, I've heard this all before.
Oh, imagine if we see the character ents tomorrow. Ooh. I think they're going to stick on War of... You thought they were going to show off the new tournament pack kit thing.
Yes.
I think they're going to stick on War of Rohan stuff because there's like the Crabane of Dunland.
Yeah.
We got the character ents.
I think we're going to see them tomorrow. I don't think we'll be able to get them, but I think we'll see
them. What about the big boy, Helm?
Yeah, I think because we've seen him mounted.
Ben was telling me earlier we've not seen the foot model of Helm Hammerhand yet. Is that correct?
Correct.
Nice. Flying Mammal saying, well done, Nick. As always, well done, Nick, for being a living legend.
I mean, the shot that you're seeing now, which is the close-up shot, which is the nice shot, which you get to see all the pretty miniatures and things like that. And you get to see more of the board rather than being top down. This is all thanks to our roadie, Nick. He's going to be the guy that makes it all happen. He's cameraman, audio man, boom holder,
mousetrap
setter, exercise bike lifter up the stairs.
It's like me surrogate dad, I think, at this point. We have to admit it. So Matt is, of course...
He doesn't look old enough to be your dad now.
Not now. No offence to 2 days ago, Nick. But Matt is, of course, now getting all around the objective. He knows what distance he needs to be from it, and he's kind of wrapping it from all angles.
Yeah.
And I think he's just going to sit and brace for impact now.
Yeah. We have played 20 minutes, gentlemen. 20 minutes. I feel like I'm at TO again.
It's like Seven Stones 2016 again, isn't it, mate? Do you remember that one?
Well, no, because if that was the case, I've had 3 brews by now.
On one turn. Anyway, so Matt is definitely getting himself all up in the biz of that objective, putting himself in a strong position. So he's fortifying it there, which is good.
You heard me clearing my throat, telling Nick he was a naughty boy for pressing buttons on the camera, as you would have seen. I think everyone thought, oh, typical top table. Here we go.
Here we go, classic stuff. Sorry, guys.
So, do you think we're... Sort of the cherry on the cake here is if we get a Gothmog v Boromir combat, innit?
Do you think we will?
No.
No, me either.
I think Matt wants it more than Ben.
Yeah, definitely.
It's that master battle.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys just gonna be shooting individual.
So 7 shots here. I'm gonna get a tighter shot for you.
That was right.
So 3 hit, was that, Ben?
Yep. No 6s.
No 6s. This is the kind of thing that shooting can do to you. It's horrible.
And then Faramir is going to take a shot at Gothmog with an in the way from the tree as well.
So Faramir is going to take a pot shot at Gothmog.
3+ hits.
Hits.
Go through the tree.
In the way for the tree.
No, doesn't go through the tree.
Hits the tree.
And then the last dude here is just going to shoot at the guys in the front.
One last shot into the crowd.
Yeah.
Oi! So that is an orc down. So 1
nice.
orc down. First blood to Gondor. I think considering the position that Matt is on the board, he's expected to take probably a couple more wins
I reckon
from
so, yeah.
Bowfire thus far.
Priority? Yeah. Goes to you.
So
Ooh.
Matt again gets priority.
I don't know if Matt really wanted it this time.
No, I don't think Matt's wanted it for the last few turns, to be fair.
The one time a dice roll works, right?
So he's just
Is
pre-measuring a bit
Is
now.
he going to go? Sorry, guys.
Can't beat this, having a cup of tea while you're
I know,
commentating
right?
and watching a game.
Is he going? He's going. Matt's in. Combat. We have combat. And who have we got stood over there? Can we'll get a bit of a look over
Sorry,
there?
I was looking at
It's
some
all right.
stats. So we want a tight in on the centre, do we?
Or we could go to the action cam at this point as well. Kinda.
Yeah, so we've got this combat here.
Nice. He's gone into 2 warriors and Ministerial
So
there.
it's a 2-on-2 there. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop out so we can see the rest of his movement here, but we'll keep that shot for the combat phase. So he's now piling him in on the opposite flank. Now he's seeing a weak spot open up as Ben sort of run for the bridge. Some serious faces across.
I
the
know.
neutral. Look at the serious faces.
Look at it.
Even Matt.
The thing is, though,
I used to see Matt with a serious
know.
game face.
Thing is, on a board this beautiful with 2 very thematic armies, it's hard not to get kind of involved in it, right? Reece saying no beer tonight. No, being good. I'm on a bit of a cleanse. And Steve's old, so we can't let him have a drink.
Driving.
We're up early for Warhammer World in the morning, of course. Flying Mammal says, watch out for that ent, Matt, that you're currently slamming all your orcs around. And Colm says, any idea what event should we head into with this setup? Smuggle it into Warhammer. They definitely wouldn't let us in Warhammer World. It depends what we, ultimately it's 2 factors, what we can do and who wants us.
Yeah.
End of.
I mean, I can say it without sort of giving anything away. With that, we have already had a couple of conversations with certain TOs who are very interested in this being at their event. Obviously, we want to hone our skills with it. We want it to become second nature, you know, switching between the camera shots and things like that. And yeah, then there's the other aspect of finances and logistics of getting all the equipment to wherever we're going, whether we're all available at the same time, and you know, we're not really in a position to be going to events every weekend and staying in hotels and traveling and things like that. So there's a lot of factors and a lot of boxes that need to be ticked before
we're going to make sure we pick the right events.
But we will give you plenty of prior notice because we're hoping that, you know, anyone who can't make it can come on
So
board.
interestingly, Matt's moved the back, the southern warband, if you will. He's going for the bridge, and I wonder if it's a bit of a bait and switch. And there's a smirk on Ben's face that tells me it might be.
I think the layout of the board with the bridge makes it very interesting because they can't just go around now. They've got one spot they can go around.
You're both looking at the board too much because you're only going to have that on an event.
Yeah, mate. No, you're right. That makes sense. So what do you guys think? Is this one fact that I find interesting is, would this be a cool battle report to watch after the fact as well? It's really interesting watching kind of, because we all sit casually watching games, but watching and kind of commentating a game is a new thing for us, right?
Yeah.
So do feel free to give us feedback on the nonsense we are or are not talking about, and the information that we have access to that we're not telling you, or information you want us to get access to, right?
Yeah. And in probably
SBG.
about, I don't know what, 20, 25 minutes, you will miraculously see us swap seats.
Really?
Yeah, because you want to control it.
Oh.
I've seen how much work it is. All right, then you won't because Jay can't be bothered.
No, we will. We will, because we're going to make sure we're both getting good at switching between the angles and knowing where they are and all that jazz. You all good, Nick? Awesome.
So Matt's, again, he's just reinforcing.
Look how groomed his hair is. So good, isn't it?
he's now.
Go on, Ben. You get in the middle of the table, son.
We're going to make some serious enemies commentating, just trolling people. The wonderful Dave is in from Shadow and Flame. Hello, Dave.
Hi,
Hope
Dave.
you're doing
How you
well.
doing, brother?
The originator of the Elven Lunchbox has graced us with his presence this evening for the long-time top table fans here. This is great, but how will you overcome the background noise of a busy tournament? So we are not entirely sure. Where possible, we try and remove ourselves from the room.
So we're going to be 10 foot away from most of the boards. We're also using lapel mics over the general mic that we use for live stream. So the mics are on us. So you'll hear a very slight background noise from the crowd, but you know, we'll eliminate that best we can.
It should be good, and
affect.
it is very much achievable.
Other people do it.
There are other streamers that, like, I can speak firsthand. We've hosted in Helmet Games who stream for the weekend, like the Honest Wargamer, for example, who has an incredible stream. And we actually offered him the studio for the weekend to give himself an enclosed area for the commentators, and he actually prefers being in the hall because you can control the audio, so you get the atmosphere in the background. Yeah. But also he's like in with the action as well, and the audio was good. So with trial and error, we're hoping that we will just nail it. Yeah. Tom Glover says, I think this would be great not only live but as a bat rep. I like the commentary. It's good, isn't it?
The preview onto this.
Preview to action. I think we'll definitely still do our other battle reports as well, because that's how we like doing them and we love them. Once this is going live, I don't know if we'd ever film a game in the studio like this, because it takes more people. Because you need 2 playing, 2 commentating. We've got 5 people here right now. Yeah. When we go and do this in GBHL events, there's going to be 3 of us going. So like, I think anything we film in the studio pre-recorded will be our bat rep style that we've been working on for the last year. Anything that we pull from events will of course look like this. I think that's the plan, right?
It totally depends how it pans out. If people we'll know from views. So we'll still do our normal pre-recorded studio battle reports where we do them with the different camera shots on screen at once. And we'll also be filming these live, and then these will go out as a pre-recorded video, if you like. So they'll also be in the playlist.
Of course. And
the views will show us what people prefer. And if the views are more swaying towards this, then we may just do this. Yeah. Or a version of this.
We'll see. We're always trying to evolve. As we always say, this is everyone's channel. It's not ours. And the content you respond to will be the content we make. Tom Glover is saying it's just a shame about the commentators. How do you block someone on the chat? Where's the button?
Yeah, well, you can kick them out of the group.
Yeah. Say again? Not right now. No. Nick's going urban and fixing things on the fly. So it's looking a lot more like there's definitely 2 lines about to hit now. We've got 1 combat this turn.
I think I'm done. Yep.
It's looking good. So Ben, have you got any shooting? Did you move half or did you move full?
Everyone's moved.
Right, lovely.
So should we jump into combat? Yeah. So with the 1 combat, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes on it.
Woohoo!
You've got 2. Do you want to give me a target? This works so well.
It's a 3. I'll tell you now, it's a 3. Is it a 3?
Oh, it's a 2. It's a 1 and a 2.
Bloody hell, Matt. Go on.
Ben's wasn't much better, to be fair. 4 high.
Needing 6s. Nothing.
No 6s.
Shield held. Nice.
So that's the beauty. We've got 2 forces on show who are
hard to wound.
They're hard to wound. We've got high defense. They've got shields. It's 6s across the board.
Who's your money on?
I have to say Mordor.
It's got to be Matt.
Just because of the bonuses.
He's got the numbers.
He's got +1 to wound, so he's going to be wounded on 5s.
I will be using one of the enforcers' will to call a heroic move with Gothmog.
Cool. So he's using Enforcer's Will for a heroic move. Very nice little trick there.
We'll change that on the screen.
Oh, it's so good. Sorry, we're also fangirling out about this. It's amazing. Any counter heroics from Benji B, SBG?
I'm going to let you have it.
He's giving it him. I don't think Matt anticipated getting given that. He's kind of like, what do I do now?
I think from Ben's point of view, he could try to counter and then lose the roll-off, and he's just wasted a point of might, and then he'd have to take that hit anyway. Whereas now he's taken the hit and he's still got that point of might.
The thing is as well, Matt's already where he wants to be. Ben wants Matt to go first and overcommit so he can counter-charge in his favour everywhere. Yeah. Like, Ben doesn't want to go first.
It's very much a... Who goes... Yeah. Who snaps first?
So he gets
Matt's in a position he doesn't want to commit. I'm already worried that warband over on the back side of the bridge is too out of the game.
Well, the only thing that I would say about that warband on the other side of the bridge is that going to become isolated if he moves it any more than what it is now?
Yeah, if he goes further that way, I think they swing back round, and then it's going to be like a Benny Hill sketch. He's going to be chasing the game. Solid tactics.
This is better.
From
Get
Ben
used to
Balls.
this.
I know. I'd be well happy sat here.
This
all
is the
weekend.
easiest battle report I've ever filmed.
Literally.
Because normally we're like, no, the camera's got to be here, the camera's got to be there.
As the biggest gossip I know, you're going to love a weekend of sitting there saying what people have done wrong.
Yeah.
This is your perfect weekend. Beard Clipper, I definitely want to watch this. It's way better than the live stream. Sorry I'm quiet. I'm painting it on my keyboard. And he says, I love the close-ups, love the overshot and the stats. The only issue you've said is you guys tracking what's on, which is why we've started simple.
Yeah.
You okay, Nick?
So this Gothmog's just going to have to move.
Yeah, that was fine, yeah. That was a good shot because it got everything in it.
There's going to have to be two-way communication.
Yeah.
I've made a note of that already. The other one, Nick, is that we could do with a relay of what that's pointed at all times here, so we know when to always switch to
I can check it. But I just need a thumbs up from. If one of us gets a thumb up, I'll check.
But the idea,
We might not be close enough.
The idea,
in the stream.
The idea is going to be that.
Excuse us talking between ourselves, guys.
I'll be on a lapel mic that will be into your ears, but not onto the stream. So
I want to make a joke. I want to make a joke.
Don't want to get it because they can't hear what Nick's saying.
Anyone who's seen Peter Kay ever would get my joke when I said it. Cool. But no, thank you for the feedback, Andrew.
What was it? Was that Century? Century FM? Was it? Oh no, Charlie FM.
Charlie FM
coming in your
ears. Pat Gaunt might be worth having an animation where the numbers change so it's easy to miss. That's a wicked idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or maybe like a ring appears around it, a spinning ring. Not to give you any more work.
And I mean this in a lovely way, Pat, but that's a great idea because that is all you, my friend. Oh, look at Stephen said giving himself more work and he's rolling the eyes.
Another thing, Pat, while you're on the scrolling text at the top, if we could, rather than it be the scenario objectives throughout for the whole hour and a half, 2 hours, if we could have a custom scroll, that would be great, but I don't know if that's doable.
Just to let you all know, viewers, while they're moving and stuff, you have all signed a top table non-disclosure agreement by watching this tonight, but what I do want you to do is go and tease everyone in the GBH and the community by letting them know.
No non-disclosure, just
let them know you've
it.
just seen the next big thing in SBG bat reps.
Get it out there, man.
And because you guys are patrons, you got to see it first.
Yeah, get it out there.
Let them know.
Talk about it. Take screenshots if you want. Get it out there.
Cool. Disregard everything I said and do what Steve said. You okay, Nick?
Get it out there.
Yep. Let's have a close-up at... Oh, Matt's messing with the ants again. Oh, God, it looks good on the close. Yeah, not transitioned it in yet.
No. Wait till I get the thumbs up.
Oh, man.
That's fine.
Oh, this is pretty good, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
It's like you're in the hall playing with them.
It is.
And it's a very thematic matchup for our first. It had to be Mordor V Gondor.
Okay.
So the heroic's done. Matt, one priority. So you've done your normal move and we're on Ben's normal move now. So looking at the action, it's becoming a bit of a scrum now, which is good. So
Ben's going to get in as many space sports as he can.
You really want to be going second on this turn that you get hit by the line because you can try, hopefully, if there's room to kind of start the process of wrapping around and get the counter charges and as many combats in your favour as possible. Of course, he's got the spears on the Rangers, which are going to start becoming invaluable now. It's going to be interesting. So you didn't move the warband on closest to you. They stayed still. Cool. And we've got all the heroes at the back, like proper generals, sending the boys in first. But at some point, Gothmog's going to have to gallop in there and eat something, I think. Because he will be the thing. I think it's going to be the heroes that are going to shed the numbers and get their opponent to the breakpoints.
Yeah.
It's the combats and heroic combats.
Do you know what? I agree with you, but that +1 that Matt's got to wound, he's going to be taking warriors out on 5s.
There's no banners, right? Here's a question for you, right? You're using a mid to big level hero.
Yeah.
Do you have him go and target their mid to big level hero, or do you have him smashing through troops? I prefer going through a load of troops. And my big heroes.
Rule of thumb for me is kill troops straight off the bat.
Unless there's a wizard, then that becomes priority.
For me, if you tie your big hero up with their big hero, that's them pretty much tied up for the rest. Well, not the rest of the game, but the majority of the game. I'd rather he done some work first.
That's it. You want to get his points back ultimately, right? Beard Clipper says, I feel your pain, Pat. Of course, Beard Clipper is the designer behind the wonderful Tawny, Torn.ee, I believe it is, Andrew. Do let people know, which is used at Ardacon and some other big SBG events. So we've got a couple of people in our...
We want it at Skyrim.
We do. We've got a couple of wonderful people in the chat here who are absolute legends putting back selfishly into the SBG community, which is such a huge feat, which I respect you all for.
We're very lucky. We're very lucky. Everyone who you speak to who comes into this hobby new from other... what I'll do then, Nick, I'll change the camera.
Nick's off. Enjoy that view of Matt's
derriere
junk in his trunk that you got there. That was a Patreon exclusive. Yeah. It's great to have Matt back in the country, isn't it?
What's Matt packing?
Wow, he's twerking, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we don't have a table view cam set up tonight. Woo! It's getting hot in here.
I think that's pretty good.
Nick's nodding.
Normally, you won't be able to do that shot. You're going to stay along.
Matt, you do have to stay on that back because Matt, they'll be leaning across you for the dice cam.
Again, excuse us for chatting in between.
How many bat reps have we ruined? Because like every 30 seconds we have to like freeze the clip because we're just leaning over.
Well,
it's lessons, right?
The amount of battle reports I've edited where I'm stood in front of the action cam as I'm rolling dice, and what I have to do is I have to freeze frame it of me not stood in front of it and put it over the overlay.
So interesting, Matt has uncommitted that back warband and he's pulling them back now into the puddle. He's going into the rough ground, but of course fortifying that side because I don't think... Oh, he's splitting them a little bit. So he's pulled half the wall.
He's pulling it off.
Oh, hey! Innuendo bingo tonight for the first test. He's leaving a bit of a tail just in case those warriors and ministers do come over the bridge. I think that's the smartest thing he could have done with this warband. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's good. All I've done, this is the beauty of this program that we use. I can alter the shot on the fly, so I've been able to just adjust it so we're getting everything in for you guys to see, so you're not missing anything.
Nice. Everyone in the chat who's coming tomorrow, who's wearing Top Table t-shirts? Woo!
And if you haven't got one, get yours now.
Nick's busy. Usually we have him throwing in merch links right about now. So.
Are you moving? Unplugging the heater. Cool. So I'm not going to shoot in. So into combats. I'm going to call a heroic combat with because it's my priority. So
we need a big telly.
Do you
You
want to
can't
call
tell what's going on. A big telly.
No. Cool. I'm going to call heroic combat with Boromir.
So Boromir is using one of his mites, so he's down to 5.
So Matt has just knocked one off for Boromir, so I think we have to.
Yeah.
So one thing, obviously we're learning as well, guys, we'll be quite open about the process. Me and Steve have realised we're going to need a big-ass TV in front of us so we can see clearly what is going on, because we're actually looking at the board right now because we've got a couple of small screens in front of us, but we're going to put a big screen when we go live in front of us so we can see.
Which will help with the sound.
Because we missed that Bozza was in. For example.
It'll help with the sound, that as well.
Yeah, cool. So should we move on to this combat then? Yeah. So I've got 1, 2, and then 3 from Boromir, and then the 2 there. Against your 2. Yep. Do you want to give me a target?
Don't forget to use the board quarters.
Decent.
That's probably all in one. Not right now.
I'm going to have to use another point from Boromir.
So Boromir has had to spend another point of might to win the roll. So that is what Matt wants. Matt's putting orcs into him, and you want to burn that might store away because that's when your big heroes fall down. And Ben has a look of disgust in his eyes right now. He is heartbroken. So Boromir's down to 4 might now, so we're chipping away.
It's funny how we're saying he's down to 4.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting, isn't it? Because late game, Matt's going to be pretty might heavy, and he could be holding Gothmog and going to late game when he can't be challenged.
And he's dead, so I get to move on.
So Boromir will get to move on his combat. He takes
how
out
much room I don't think he can't really slingshot round, I don't think. But he's going to push through.
Yeah, he would back off.
Cool.
Okay. So then he is going to
problem we've got here is,
You don't need to do that. It's fine.
yeah, I know, but I'm just doing it for that. So,
Tactics, Tom. Tactics.
go on, isolated now. So what are they saying in the chat?
So we've got Skull Munch joking they're going to be wearing the Blackjack t-shirts tomorrow. That's of course fine, but we know you're kidding.
It's fine, but
We know you
we won't speak to you. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
That's true. Unless you rock up with 6 painted ends, we'll just throw straight on past.
Dave Coleman's in. How you doing, Dave?
Hey, buddy.
So should we do?
Podiumed at Scouring.
Yes, he did.
Sent him a little
Was his first event as well?
first event here.
Yeah,
Wow.
those three.
So I sent him a little invite to come and view. Thought it'd be nice for you, Dave.
Two against your two.
So they're working through the combats now. They've got the 2 lines hit. There's going to be lots of 2v2s, I imagine, this turn.
6.
Oh,
We can't,
6.
but they
It's a
can.
roll off.
So it's a roll off.
So-
We're tied fight.
4, 5, 6 goes to me. That goes to me.
That goes to
Jump
Gondor.
Back them away.
God, I hate them roll offs. You ever played a game where the roll offs are even? You either get them all or lose them all, right? That's the way of
Need
SBG.
6s.
Oh, that's the way you interpret it.
No, not
So no 6s. This is the problem that Ben's going to come up against. He can be winning combats across that line, but unless he rolls 6s to wound, it's pointless.
That's it. The Orcs have, of course, got the
So
plus.
he wins it on a 5.
Do you guys swap dice then?
So I'm on a.
You're on 4s.
4s.
Oh.
Very dead.
And now this is where the benefit of
Because the other thing is
army
Ben's
rule-
numbers are lower because he's got a lot of points invested in Boromir as well.
Yeah. Matt's got his dice back.
David Coleman says, tipping away now, just Patreon now for you. Thanks for the invite. My man.
No problem, brother.
It looks like the snooker you whispering. Well, he's lining up a beautiful 1.7 for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ronnie O'Sullivan's one of my heroes.
Let's do Boromir, who is it that spear? Yeah, it's a 2
No.
on
So-
Boromir's 3.
It doesn't matter.
So
though, 'cause
Boromir
normally
is
we'll be more.
taking this next fight to him now.
True. Yeah, well, that's
He wins it on fight value on a 4.
Needing 5s.
5s for Boromir.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. But Boromir's doing all the work for Ben at the moment, which
Big B
is
is smashing through things.
You'd expect, really. You would expect that.
Let's do Boromir next.
Oh, his younger brother.
Mm.
So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 from Boromir.
So Faramir and friends
He's just on 1.
on 1 orc.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, you take it easily.
Needing 5s on the yellows, 6s on the whites.
5s on yellow, 6s on white.
Yep.
Yep. Faramir takes him.
Boom.
I used to always play Faramir when I played Gondor.
Used to. The thing is, he was 100 points for like
Ma-
horse,
like
lance,
max
shield.
out,
Like you never wouldn't, right? He was good, and you had the alt model as well. It's gorgeous, the
Yeah.
Asciliath model with the blue robes and stuff. Gorgeous. Here we go.
You win.
So,
Matt's killing it here.
yeah, he's doing well.
All right. Gets him, but you can't discredit the work that Ben's heroes are getting done because they're in the action already. So
Yeah.
they're going to be killing like 2, 3, 4 a turn between them. Just
Yeah, I think that's it.
The
So,
problem
priority.
Ben's got is committing now.
He takes
and
it.
they're out there. If he-
Cool. So it goes to
Matt's
you.
able to get his heroes in on Ben's heroes, then
yeah, of course. So Matt's took
It's
priority.
difficult.
We've got any heroics going on this turn, gents?
I'm going to call a heroic move.
Are you still on discount?
Yeah, we'll switch out.
I'm going to call a heroic move with Faramir.
So Faramir is using a point of might, so we'll knock that off. He's down to 2.
So for now, Boromir's spent 2 and Faramir's just spent his first.
So Gothmog
If you-
will be
If
master
you
of
leave the preview
Oh,
on that,
is he within 6?
So
maybe not.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
so Gothmog's using his Master of Battle to counter.
Sure, you go first. Cool.
Ben's now learning the.
Yeah.
So it's your priority, so yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Goes to you.
If anyone's good at rolling a 1, a 2, or a 3, it's Matt. So play an evil will bow 2 odds in this game.
Everyone up to those 2.
You've got about 40 minutes left.
40 minutes to go.
Like I say, it doesn't matter that if we don't and won't get through the full game, we're of course just going to test all this out.
I'm really happy with how it's going.
It's looking good. What do you guys think? Do let us know. Spam away. Let us know that you're happy with it all. I'm happy. Loving the close-up shots with all the stats and stuff on the side. Like that view right there.
Yeah, it's great.
Is just.
I think what we'll do, we can release this whenever, really. We're going to have an overview of it back. And then maybe put it on Premiere?
We'll have a chat about it afterwards. We'll figure out what we want to do with it.
I think it's definitely worth doing.
Oh. I think if we stick an intro at the start, a recorded one, just letting people know what the purpose of it is and what's going on.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah, I suppose.
At the beginning, we did. I'm not shy.
True, we know that.
There's a lot of like intricate moving now for this heroic.
There is.
I don't think Gothmog was able to get in. Am I correct there?
No.
So Gothmog obviously called with me. He moved in as close as he could.
Couldn't get in himself.
Couldn't get in himself. Everyone else is now charging in, having to stay within 6 of Gothmog.
Ben's probably gonna want to keep him out. I wouldn't be surprised if he shield on it. She just shielded on that.
It's
side.
a very difficult situation.
Actually, Ben can't because he's not got anything within 6.
Well,
right
with the nature of when that happens, I've been in this situation plenty of times myself with a mounted heroes called the move, can't get in, so you start piling everyone else in. You're putting everyone else in front of him, so now he's blocked off by his own warriors next turn.
Makes sense.
So if Ben gets priority next turn, he can tie them up and Gothmog cannot get in.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, but Matt is in a very strong position right now.
Yeah.
And when you've got 2 armies that are just going to bounce off each other a lot, or definitely Ben is going to bounce off the orcs a lot. He's got a lot of work to do.
Gondor's up against it, definitely.
I think all those dudes on the bridge should take epic jump tests and just bounce off the bridge into the water and swim onto the scenario. Boom! 8 models in. Have that. What's next?
Yeah, all he'd have to do is do it with 8 of them, roll 8 6s, and they can move full move.
Imagine trying to swim in that armour. Well, it's difficult terrain, isn't it? Sorry to be late. Tom Jennings is in. It's fine that you're late to the party, mate. So this, what you are seeing now, is a test of our live stream that we're going to be taking to events this year. So we're testing out the overlay, the way it looks, kind of. We're going to just be talking like behind the scenes things. We've got Steve, Ben and Matt playing hold ground. Matt holding the orcs, who is all over the objective right now. Gondor have got loads of work to do. And we'll see how it pans out. We're going to play it for another 30 minutes at this point, and then we'll see how they're getting on. 38 minutes, and we'll see how they're getting on.
Jay's wishing a time away. Jay's thinking, I've got to go to bed early. We're up early.
I know. I need my beauty sleep.
You do, mate.
I know.
Don't remind him. It's getting very tense. I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. It's tense.
He's supporting him.
Cool. Sorry, I meant that guy. So is he on Boromir?
Bushballer, it's great, guys. Loving it and loving what Pat has done too. Great work. You're a legend. He absolutely is. As are you guys.
Is he in on that?
He's in on Boromir.
Cool.
We need to get Pat up here.
We do. Pat, we need you here for
we need to get you up here, my friend. Get some games in. Battle companies or full game, whichever you prefer. We'll buy you a steak and stuff. Oh, Jay will. I always put you forward.
It's always me, isn't it? Got like a VIP kind of the beefeater at this point. Ben's doing that thing where you knock over your model and then stand him up about 3 inches closer to the objective. You know, the classic. They call it the bowls in SBG circles. He nearly swore at me then. I saw that.
I don't know what event you went to. I heard that was called the Benji.
Benji B.
The Benji maneuver.
The Benji shuffle. Gene Stealer ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Pat's definitely coming to the steak involved, which of course we can do.
Yeah. Not sure which animal it'll be off, but there's definitely steak involved.
I'm Irish, probably dog in it.
From the beef eater.
So we've got a serious scrum going on now.
Yeah.
And I don't see how Ben's getting through it.
It's tough, but to be fair, there is a. For me, I'd continue with what he was doing with the guys over the bridge. I'd see that. I'd see that through. I'd see that through, because Matt's only got a small contingent there to stop him coming through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because otherwise, even if he goes back now the other way, they're not going to get in.
The thing is, Matt can play a scenario and all his spears could just back off for a turn and he'd be tripling the numbers on the objective. He's just giving me a cheeky, yeah, and what nod. Matt knows the score.
This guy's going to try and he's going to move up to that. He's going to try and take a jump test over.
Oh, he's jumping a wall.
And he gets over.
And he stops the other side because he rolled a 2 to 5. That's right, isn't it? I'm doing all right considering I've not played SBG in an age. It will be the second age of Jay playing SBG. Was that the cheesy?
It was really bobbing.
Was it? Oh well. Ben's in the think tank right now. He doesn't know what to do.
Just.
I think we'll probably,
Getting a touch tighter.
We're okay on that till probably the end of this phase.
Jump test over. And he gets over. He stops on the other side. And then this range is going to do the same.
So there's a lot of jumping over the fence going on here.
Look at that. That is a battle right there. Ooh.
Now, as we can see here, I don't want to say it because it'll give it away. But I'm going to whisper it to you, Jay.
Okay, cool.
So the viewers, I'll hold my thing up. So, Matt's needs to be holding that thing in the middle.
Yes. Do you think he's gone past 6 away from the objective in the middle?
I think that.
It depends on your gauge of 6 inches, doesn't it? But we won't open that kind of ones. Woo! Tom Jennings said, "Roll some more 6s, Ben."
That's all I need to
classic tactic.
That's all
works every time. Steve's rolled nothing but for 6 months. Tom Glover, Steve will get back to you about the Element versus Leodis date. Like, you shouldn't be that keen for us to come down there and smash you all about for a day. But if you want it to happen, we will make it happen, my friend.
You're taking this down.
Pardon?
You're taking this down. Oh, you're playing, aren't you?
Yeah, we're all playing. That's a day of fun, that one.
I think that's everybody.
So it looks like the movement phase is pretty much done.
So I've got no shooting.
Ben's bases help here. You can really tell what's what.
Yeah.
I'm going to be calling a heroic combat
with
Faramir.
Oh, Faramir's down to 1.
Uh-oh.
And I'm also going to call one with Faramir.
Oh, he is booping might here in this game. So Boromir is now a normal hero, and Faramir's got 1 left.
What I'd like to just say is that he was very forthcoming with his might usage there.
He threw both out without giving Matt a chance to retaliate.
He didn't wait to see if he called the special. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
Sorry, guys, I'm here for rules. Steve's here just to be pretty.
No, okay, cool. So I'm going to do Faramir's first. So I've got 1, 2, 3.
So nothing from Matt, of course. So we've got Faramir. You could see some serious orc numbers go down here.
Cool. Win on a 5. Medium 5s on the other 6.
You know, it's hard not to smile when you win heroic combat, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Faramir gets the kill, so he's going to get to move on. And I think you could see him fly straight into the depths of hell here. God, that sounded dramatic, didn't it? Oh, I found my calling in life, I think.
Brother out there.
Steve's messing with things.
Yeah, they can't see it.
Well, maybe use my heroic with Boromir against those 2. So, yeah. Give me a target.
What'd you get, Matt?
6s for days.
6s for days from Matt. What's Bozza got?
6.
Oh, he got the 6. He got the 6.
So, do you want to back them away? Those 2.
Reese is saying Ben's going big. I think he has to.
Yeah, he has to.
Tom Jennings, what vaccines will I need to go to Yorkshire for game? Ooh. It's cute he thinks he's made the team. I know, right?
It's cute him saying it. He lives literally on the border of Yorkshire.
Yeah. Oh.
Medium 5s against both of them.
Shadow and Flame. In full screen mode, your channel logo blocks out. Steve's face is in the bottom right of the screen, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, I suppose. Cool. Thank you for that, mate. We'll take notes of all this and have a bit of a butcher's afterwards, my man.
So I got...
None of that's the full screen anymore, is it?
Is it?
Do what?
Or is it?
Not worth it. Not worth it.
When we're on the close, we're not on it. Because we want as much of that shot in. It's only when it's on the overheads.
Order of combats.
So looking at the Might stores,
What have we got left?
we've got Boromir on 3, Faramir's on 1. So I mean, he's still healthy. He's still got 4 Might. Matt's sitting pretty. He's got 6 in the bank.
Plus the Enforcer's Will.
Plus possible 2 from the Enforcer, plus Master of Battle.
The thing is, like, we know this. We're going to call this game in about half an hour, but I think even though Matt's in the third position, he's also got the late game.
Yeah.
We know. 5. 6s.
Ben's taking these combats. Can he wound? He's bouncing
snake
off.
Eyes.
He's bouncing off.
This is the problem. This is what Ben's going to. But it's going to get frustrating for.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to get frustrating for Ben.
Yeah, do that.
3. You take it.
Not hearing any stabbing or shielding or anything.
No.
Like, I mean, stab's a risk I wouldn't take in the new edition. I'd probably be shielding more on the ones that I don't have spear supports from the right side, because the game from Matt is just keeping him away.
Yeah.
Although he's wounding on 4s on some stuff.
that's
Like, he
the
should be
problem.
swinging.
So Ben will take that one.
Win it anyway. Needing 5s. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Smash. So how many have you lost now, Matt?
7.
So Matt has lost 7 to the 3 Gondor Warriors of Ben.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers are actually going in Ben's favour.
But Ben has used a lot of might to get that.
It's time as well.
This guy here.
Yeah, against those 2, 3.
Who's your money on in the chat at this point, guys? Matt's rolling like Matt does.
Corners in 6. No.
This is going to be a repetitive comment, I think, throughout the combats, where unless Ben gets these kills when he needs them, it's kind of
He
pointless.
needs those, like, I've got 3 models in.
Because the thing that happens as well, because of the positioning of where the objective is, even if Matt's losing the combats and Ben's not killing, all Ben's doing is pushing Matt towards the
Plus
objective.
1 to wound, so it is 3s, right? Plus 1 to wound.
It's reroll hatred, so it's reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Reroll failed, yeah.
One of them.
When does it say plus 1 to wound 12 inches? Is he within 12 of Gothmog? Because don't you get plus 1 to wound?
And then now
Or have I made that up?
reroll wound.
What was the +1?
Yeah, hatred's reroll. So plus 1 there, so they both be dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's all right. We know the rules, boys.
We got you, boys. So Matt has just taken out. Matt has just.
It's not his.
Matt has just taken out a couple of Rangers of Middle Earth there just to balance the kill tally.
Yep.
As well, so it's all fair to go. Flying Mammal is still supporting Mordor, and she says Steve's right, something I've never heard before. Reese says it's close, but I think Ben is slightly ahead. See, I don't see that. Because when one force breaks,
Are you looking
regardless
at,
of who it is, Matt
Are
wins.
you looking at the dead pile, Reese, or are you looking at on screen? What I'll do is I'm going to give you an overview of
And then the one on
the scoring area, effectively.
pretty much the scoring area, yeah, what we can see.
One thing we are gonna we've actually ordered for the streamers as well. We've bought some like clear acrylic, basically 6-inch discs. So if we're gonna show this scenario on screen, there'll be a clear acrylic disc, so you'll still see the terrain and map, but you'll be able to see the scoring zone for every model that is in or out. So you'll actually be able to real time follow the objective based ones.
You win.
Flying Mammal deleted the message that said Steve was right. Yes! Yes! Oh,
Ruth.
She meant for objectives, not overall.
That's 6. So needing 5s down to 4s. So
Ben has just lost a Knight of Minas Tirith there, so the Orcs are really taking the chipping away. The other Knight obviously gets the knockdown for the Cav bonus and kills them around him with a spear. So we're getting some casualties now. Now it's the next couple of turns are going to be the turns that determine if this game
we're going
can
to start
swing.
getting holes now. We'll start getting holes. What can be?
It's a big priority.
Ben gets it.
would you like to call anything?
Yeah, I'll use one of.
That's fine. I'm going to use one of his will points to heroic move.
So the Enforcer's using a will to call a heroic move through Gothmog.
So he's down to 1 will.
Ben's got that look on his face that he's got a game plan, and it's like this is exactly where he wants it. Look at him!
I mean, it's touch and go both ways. Matt's doing the right thing. Use that will while it's there before he gets tagged and gets taken out.
Yeah.
Make use of it. Yeah, it makes complete sense.
So interestingly as well, the Minister have committed and they've gone right across the bridge, and in 2 turns they're going to hit the back end of Matt's models that are in the scoring zone.
Yeah. The interesting thing now is as well, Goroth's in range to get into combats now. And he's
Strength 5, Burley.
Strength 5 Burley.
He's got the wound.
So he gets the +1 to wound plus the other +1 to wound.
Is it at the start of the turn that Gothmog has to go, this is the turn we reroll everything? Is that a start of turn ability?
It would be to start the combat phase.
Excuse me.
Because that is a very powerful turn where if you've got all your heroes in, start of any fight phase. So we do have a turn where if Matt's winning the combats, he can be pretty favourable to be killing everything. This is all right, isn't it? I could get used to commentating.
Yeah, it's good.
Steve's a bit busy doing cameras, so I get to just chew the fat. I apologise, Steve.
So use Faramir's point of might
For
a heroic combat.
So
Cool.
Faramir's now,
Heroic move, sorry.
Faramir's now out, yeah?
oh, he's not the tankiest of heroes as well to be out on might, is he really?
So,
No.
Oh yeah, because I got piloted in there.
Has he got heavy armor and shield?
No.
Whoa. That's too
you.
evil. So Matt wins the roll off for heroic moves. Is Gothmog going to get into battle?
I'll just stick us in the corner because I miss looking at ourselves.
Me too. I miss looking at you all the time, Steve.
You got that picture in your wallet, all right?
Yeah, standard. I've got the pillow.
Yeah, the pillow. I'm gonna get some pillow. Top table pillows coming soon.
You and merch, man.
Love it. I love merch. Just wait till I get my top table
Where's me
tracksuit.
at?
Top table tracksuit.
Where's me at?
I pay for it.
You said you were getting me phone for Scout.
No, I
Why
didn't.
do that?
Yes, it's such
There's 2 hats and it's stitched together. What do you reckon to SBG, Nick, watching it being played out?
Not enough tanks.
Doesn't know. We've had a very classic 2 lines hitting here. They are both built as like we are 2 ranks of space support, high defense forces hitting.
One thing that I'm thinking might be useful is some way for you to see one of the views all the time.
That's what I was saying about the action cam. I want it here so I can, because we're struggling to tell what's going on in parts. So if we can get, I'll get a telly from home that just that will relay the action cam at all times. At least we can see what's going on and we can commentate better then. Because we're not always going to be able to do this. Because too much in our ear will be weird.
If you use the capture
Over to my.
it's got a pass through on it.
Oh, he's been.
Okay.
But then it's my
So you
priority,
can
isn't it? So I
pass
get to move
that
anyway.
through into the monitor.
Cool. So Matt has done his heroic move, and now Ben is going.
Using on him, isn't he?
Just to clarify, boys, did Matt cancel out your heroic, Ben?
He did, yes.
So this is your normal move?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like a game of chess.
I know, isn't it?
Can you hear a pin drop in here?
Oh, we need some like epic fantasy music. Or the song from The Witcher, because I can't stop singing that right now.
Not the song from The Witcher.
That'd be well good as background music for every video ever. Am I right? No, everyone's shaking their head. I like it. So the like fights are crucial. Like losing 1 or 2 models here could mean that one force gets to envelop the other. So both are battling to make sure that they're in favourable position, getting the space supports in, making sure trapping where possible. Those things are all huge right now, and that's why it's not just 2 lines hitting. There are intricacies that you've got to make sure. It's why the heroic moves, even when 2 walls have hit, are still very important.
Yeah. just going to zoom out a little bit here so you can
Skullmunch
see.
is singing my jam. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I broke the chat trying to reply.
I'm going to get you a shot here, guys, of exactly what Ben's doing on the bridge. If you give me literally...
Look at this. And the Minister of guys, after a couple of turns of maybe indecision, have now committed right round. Have they got... They're now kind of building their own kind of formation ready to push in.
So if... looking at what Ben's done here, if...
Clever move.
It's very clever.
He teased him for a couple of turns, and then when Matt decided that it might have been a bait thing, he's actually then finished the movement. And now, obviously, he's going to push in, and there's a lot to be said about...
And he's got the numbers there. That's the thing now. He's got the numbers, but he still needs to inflict wounds in them combats to make it work.
And there's a lot to be said for... like, obviously, if you're in a tournament, you're playing a 2-hour game. It's holding to the opportune moment to commit what he's done there.
Just like that.
Just like battle.
We've got 20 minutes left.
If Gothmog and Boromir don't have a fight, you've failed us, just saying. So everybody should like part, and then they have a duel to the death at the end. In fact, when the game's done, shall we just put Gothmog and Boromir in front of each other and let them roll it out?
Not on Wargo, that's...
And watch Matt not spend any might now, just sat him like, no way! Such a tune, you are right, Skullmunch. I've been playing it on YouTube, just bouncing around the house, it's wicked.
You moved?
I love watching SBG. It's cool, isn't it?
Okay. Cool. No? I don't think he can really...
So obviously Matt has seen the incoming kind of spearhead of Warriors of Gondor and has built his own kind of countering force. I'm not going to lie, I'm worried about how little stuff Matt's got with him. So I don't know. And Ben's talking loudly to Maskers out, so Matt doesn't hear. It's interesting.
With the time scale, I think Ben's going for a snatch and grab at the last minute.
I have to admit, I wasn't overly confident, but I think if we were playing right through, I think he could achieve it as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, looking at the shot here, what I'll do is I'll just flick to this overview because you get a better sort of feel as to what's where. So we can see that Matt is trying to block off on the right hand side of the river there, but he's outnumbered, and then everything else is tied up. So everything's on the right hand side of the river now. The game can be decided with that.
Because this lot all looks out as 6 for us.
Yeah.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
I definitely think from doing this, I think those rings would be useful because us knowing what is and isn't in would be a really good indication.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Tom Glover's saying exactly like how close are Matt's models to the other. We don't know. We think he's not noticing that they look over 6 away.
To me, they look like they're just out.
So we just called a heroic combat with Boromir.
Yeah.
We're deep in the tactical dungeon right now.
So Boromir's down to 2.
Heroic struck with Goroth.
So Goroth's going to heroic strike.
Nice.
So he's down to 1.
Boromir has heroic combat.
We've got that one.
He's down to 2.
So Gothmog has used his Master of Battle to also.
Oof. Which. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Like Ross out of Friends. It's fine.
So who had priority?
So
Cool.
1 to 3 goes to you.
Oh.
That's me.
Oi.
So we'll do that one first. So it's just Boromir on your 1 dude. Do you want to give me a target?
It's a 6, right?
Oh, it's a terrible roll.
What is
from
it?
Ben.
What is it? I can't
3
see.
high.
And what did you get, Matt?
I got 5, so he needs to use his last 2 might.
Oh! He's doing it!
He's going for it. He's going for it.
And Matt didn't even shield. That's glorious.
So Boromir is out of might.
Oh, watch him whiff the wound.
Needing a 5 now.
Need a 5 up on 3 dice.
Oh yeah.
He gets him. Oh, that was a 3 might heroic combat for Boromir. Boromir's out.
That's big. That's big. That is big.
He probably don't want to go into Gothmog anymore. Although Gothmog can't strike now.
No, he's already. He's struck.
Oh, Gothmog did strike.
He combated.
He
Oh, he combated.
Yeah,
All
he
right,
mastered
sorry,
a battle of
apologies.
combat. So,
I've got a fight value.
yeah.
I've got an extra dice in there.
Oh!
What's your other heroic, Matt?
A strike with.
Then does he go and save his brother? Does he make it thematic?
Absolutely. We've got 15 minutes left. Go on, son. Get stuck in.
16, actually.
Can he get under the tree?
Quarter to.
Would he be able to duck?
Yeah, but the timer. I set the timer.
Say again.
Would he be able to duck to get under the tree, do you reckon?
You'll find we're not referees, we're commentators, so I don't know. Figure it out.
Would he be able to... Yeah,
Nick says yeah. Ruth says the ant just lifted its arm up and moved out the way. Put it back down.
That's good.
Boosh! Straight in. Did he didn't go for God? Oh yeah, he's gone there. Okay.
Dave, being the legend that he is, he's just PM'd me about what he was talking about, the watermark in the bottom of the screen.
Cool.
It's what YouTube adds.
The little TTG in black. Yeah.
I think we can in the settings remove that. So yeah, thanks, Dave.
We just know to pull it off them videos. So we
You just know to what?
Matt's taking that one.
So you need to strength 4. So in 4s probably. Yeah. So
+1 as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Ben's just lost his other. That's the last of the cavalry contingent of Ben's
So
force.
that's with the lances. That was a thing that could potentially have chewed through some of the. I mean, I don't disagree with what he did. He had to tag up Gothmog.
Yeah, I mean,
If the model will stand, but if it won't, then no.
if it sits, it fits.
I don't think it will.
A good thing for kind of a swing around is always getting those two knights in with Faramir heroic in, because then they can fly off and cover so much more move.
He's 6.
I always thought Gothmog would be fight 6, being the beast he is.
Fight 5.
We're going into tactics mode because sat next to him.
So Matt's debating whether to charge Boromir here. For me, I would leave it for now because Boromir's out on might, so I would be thinking about him on the next turn.
Correct.
Yes, and then strike. Yeah. For free.
Correct.
Because you've got one.
Because you're a boss.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fine.
Oh, it's going off in the wood.
Not even bothered.
Not bothered.
Fine.
Don't even care.
My turn. So let's start.
Nick, can you get a tighter shot on the stuff on this side? From the side you're at.
Yeah.
Camera's in the right position, but get a tighter shot on this side of the bank.
Across, you probably want it from
like
there.
That's brilliant.
Do you want to give me a target?
So we'll just try to
Matt
get...
sits with 6s.
6, I win on point value.
Oh.
And he's trapped, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Woo.
Even with that, so I back away.
So again, Ben won the fight, but he's bouncing off the defence.
Let's do. Let's do Faramir and 1 against him. So you've got 3 +1 because you charged me. Do you want me to give you a target?
Yep.
The same fight. 6 here would be lovely. No, of course
Oh,
not.
it's a poor roll.
You win.
Takes it.
And knocks the ground as well.
Yeah, it's
Here we go.
Twice. You don't need to 5, so this could be the end of Faramir.
yeah +1 as well. Yeah. How
What
many
do you
wounds? 4, isn't it?
What is he?
I'm just going to check
Your
stats.
2 wounds, 2 fate.
I'm just checking because he's strength 4, defense 5, so he do 5s down to 4s.
Yeah.
4s.
Well, it's 4 wounds.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's done him. He can't even fate it.
Yeah.
So
that is Faramir.
Faramir is out
Gone.
of there.
Faramir's gone. Now that is considering.
Can we kill him on the overlay?
Yeah. So wounds down to 0.
Let's do.
Let's have a look. I've not seen this.
Him.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Just
nice one,
go
Pat.
on one there.
What a guy.
I'm going to shield. Yeah.
So Ben's opting for the shielding now for these fights. That
He's
plus
got
one
to
to
keep.
wound is
I mean, it's the
pretty.
right move. He's got to keep models alive. It's going to be more of a.
That being
next.
pushed back is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Flying Mammal says, yikes, yeah, Faramir is toast. Gothmog waited for the right moment, but when he got in there,
Yeah.
him and his wag went to town.
Yeah.
Ben's got some favourable numbers there.
Yes.
So I'm needing.
What's the strength?
5.
5 on 6 is
Oh, sorry,
5.
strength 4.
Oh, 4 and 6 is 5s.
So needing 5s.
Never lose it, kid.
Never lose it. 2s is 5s, yeah.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I like that. 1s and 2s is 5s, 3 and 4 is 6. You're welcome, Ben.
I love how I took a lot of most steamy thoughts. You get stuff.
Is this steamy?
Go easy on this. Let's do that one next.
Here we go.
We should do that one. No, we did. We set the next one in. 5. Needing the 6. No.
I think you're going to fall off there, so I'll just leave it.
Yeah, we'll leave it for now. So that's 1, 2. Is he fighting? Is he with him?
You got that pen there, brother?
In classic J fashion, I don't know what I've done with it. Oh, there it is.
You get to choose the space.
So are you still with us, guys? How do you think it's
I
panning
hope
out
you're
now?
engrossed in the game. Obviously, apologies we're not interacting and maybe giving the best commentary. We've already spotted some big flaws in it and we're making notes of how to improve this. We'll probably do another one for the Patreons as well.
Yeah.
Once we've fixed what we want to fix from tonight.
Wow. Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, the Orcs are doing it. We've got 10 dead on Ben's side, including Faramir.
Yeah.
At 500 points, that's not shabby. Ben's probably only about 4 models off breaking at this point.
You win.
Probably not even that.
We're passing notes like we're in school.
How many models total do you have, Ben?
I don't know.
Cool.
You'll have to count them up for me.
Sweet.
2 on 1. 6.
That makes
I bring
sense.
him a fight.
So just get them in against the wall
Nope.
with that, looking at them. So 9.5 minutes left, folks. I know.
Pat says, good to see a hero die. It's not looking good for Gondor. I'd agree. I think he's close to break. Can you bring up the army list for a second? We can have a look at Ben's list.
Yes. If you give me a second.
So you win on fight value.
That's Matt's.
Trap.
Where's Gondor?
What brain?
So he's got, what's his total models, mate? 12, 14, 15, 16, 24, 30 models. So 16 is going to break Matt, and he's currently at 10 dead. So Matt is 6 off breaking, and Ben is 6 off breaking. I think Matt is about 10 off breaking, maybe. And again, winning the combats, but struggling to get them 6s to wound on the Moranas. He's shielding the fights that he doesn't fancy as well, which is probably a smart move.
Yeah, especially being so close to broken and still being so far out from the objective.
Cool, they've called this the last turn, guys, so they're all in priority. Ben misses.
I get priority.
Ben takes it. Heroics.
Let's call anything.
We know Ben's not calling anything now because Faramir's dead and Boromir blew his load in his last heroic combat. So what Matt's obviously still got he's got light everywhere.
Yeah,
he can call it from anywhere he wants. So Matt's got to figure out what he wants to do now, and I hope
Matt's got.
Matt, can I ask you a question? Can Gothmog get to Boromir? Go for it, son.
So, Goroth.
Last turn, baby.
So Goroth.
So Goroth's out. So we've got 3 on Gothmog and 1 on the Enforcer. Smart by Matt. If he is going to put Gothmog into Boromir, which he is, because I believe in him and his spirit, then he's going to keep all 3 on Gothmog.
Yes.
Because he's going to strike
remember,
and make
guys,
sure he wins
as
the
well, fight. Like in future streams like this, we will be able to draw on the screen with like bright red marker pens and yellow and stuff. So we'll be able to circle who we're talking about, what we're talking about, put arrows when we're talking about certain things.
Again, thank you for letting us just sit and talk tech while this is going on. Hope you've liked all the different camera angles. We're still going to play with it. Flying Marmal says, I lose track of what's going on during games. This is good. Thank you. Zorpazorp's in. He says, this is a word we don't say on our channel. Dope, boys. Cheers, buddy. Loving the content from you as always, my man. Good to have you in.
I tuned in on his first live stream the other night.
At like
I stayed up
1 million in the morning.
Stupid o'clock, yeah.
Was it good?
It was good, yeah. It's good to have you in, man. It's nice to see YouTubers supporting each other. It's
what
we
do, right?
It's a good thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a close-up that
it's happened.
Gothmog has just charged.
Once we lose this view of Matt's beautiful elbow, you're going to see that Gothmog and Bozza are got... Ben, spin the model, mate. Make it cinematic. Come on. It's not your first rodeo. Look at that. It's happening. We have to save that one to last as well. That's going to be the last combat of the game.
Stop telling him how to play the game.
Oh, no, it's so good though, isn't it?
So Matt is, of course, with having priority and taking the heroic after losing priority. He's trying to, I think what he should be doing is setting up so there's no counter charges to really maximise on that Gothmog Boromir one.
Yeah.
And he's just setting up to kind of fortify the position. I don't see him playing this.
No, don't put that bit, because this is very important.
Cool.
Anyone who's watching knows exactly what it is that we're busting at the seams. But
I'm like a kid on Christmas
Yes.
Eve. I'm not going to lie. I want to swear and shout at people.
If Boromir wins that combat, I think Gothmog could be in trouble as well.
It'd be interesting.
Might
That
or
would be
not.
glorious, wouldn't it?
It would.
Look at Ben's face.
Fall
Yeah, it
into
would.
my trap.
Right where I want him. I know Mike Boromir wants your
wah.
3 Mike Gothmog on Warg. Of course he does. I'm gonna make a bold statement now. Matt's gonna roll a 1 for the heroic strike.
I'm gonna make an even bolder statement.
Tied fight value.
Matt-
Lose it on the roll off.
Matt's gonna roll 4 ones in the combat.
Yeah. Ben wins it on a natural 4.
3 higher.
Not that we don't have faith in you, Matt, but you have been on the channel before.
Oh, he's doing the boring stuff now.
Oh, he's running away.
No, I mean,
You have to.
Play the game.
That's the game. Gotta love them 9-inch move orcs as well. It always helps, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, it's a good move. It's a good move.
What is it within?
6.
Middle. 6 is the middle.
Is it 6?
Is it 6? You've got.
3 or
You
6.
guys have got the card.
Don't think just because
6.
we're commentating we know what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, people know we don't know what we're talking
Yeah, true. With this,
No.
we've been here long enough, right?
Skull Munch and Tom are just saying hi to Lackey.
Got Middle Earth Legend in. We've got
Yeah.
a couple. We've got Dave Fredericks in.
Yeah,
we've got
yeah,
Zolpazop in.
yeah.
And then we've got the wonderful Pat and Andrew, like all such huge contributors to the SBG community.
Pat's been in the community 5 minutes and he's already like
It's done more than we have in about 3 years.
revolutionised the
Yeah.
way battle companies is played and the way live battle reports have been filmed.
Skull Munch's comment is interesting. Steve's top SBG tips video. Tip number 1. Matt has adopted tip number 1 and he's now playing the scenario. I think he already was. I think he's just, he knew, like, he definitely had a lot of orcs on his back line that could just step back whenever needed.
Unfortunately, his positioning wasn't as skillful as what mine would have been. And he forgot that people can't just walk around the side here.
Yeah. We had to do a bit of a reconsolidation over on the backboard edge, but that's something else.
Can you get down there? What do we recognise? Can you get down there?
Yeah, just normal. Just
What is it, down the grey bit?
Yeah.
I would say yes. I would say yes, but I would take a climb test. To be fair, because you couldn't stand on it, could you?
No.
That's the way
I could. I'm like a
always judge
ninja.
it. That's the way I always judge it. If your model couldn't stand on it, if it had to stop halfway, then it's a climb test.
If it sits.
I think that's fair. Yeah, if it sits there, great. We did stop Gothmog from charging Boromir for the same rule only 10 minutes ago.
That's true.
Fair.
That's true.
I wasn't listening. I didn't know it was for that. I'd have let it happen if I knew.
Yeah, I
it was for that.
concentrate on one.
Yeah, we're so obviously we're not giving you the A1 commentary we should because we're looking at all the different elements like the camera angles, the software, the chat. We're trying to covertly relay messages to Nick and just really get a feel for this.
I've never been so stressed in my life, and I've been to children's play centres.
He's been a nightmare today. We had a
this
full on tiff
is-
20 minutes before we went live.
This is like, there's so much, there's the chat going on, there's the control room, I'd like to call it, going on. Then there's try to
Do we have a command
that,
centre?
Try to
Can we
coordinate
call
that,
it the command
Nick's moving the
centre?
cameras, try to take in what's happening in the game. It's
Yeah.
tough, man. It's tough.
Couple of things.
We need more people.
Don't forget everyone, because
Can we clone
obviously,
Nick?
obviously,
get another 2 Nicks. If we get 2 Nicks, we'll be laughing.
So we've shared this with our Patreons and a few special others. But do let us know in the Patreon Facebook group what feedback you'd give us. One of them is we are struggling to see because we've got one small monitor in front of us.
That's just you.
Yeah, that's yeah. We're struggling to see exactly what's going on, so we're missing a couple of key things as they're happening. So we're going to rectify that with a huge screen in front of us that is relaying the main camera, so we can identify everything and be talking on point.
The other thing is as well that Nick, when he's controlling the camera, we will be mic'd up to Nick so we can hear what Nick's saying. So Nick will also relay key things like who's using mic, If certain heroes died, things like that. So he'll be keeping track of the dead pile and just the small things that's easy to track on a pad.
So he'll be letting us know the mic usage and all the other stuff.
In this one, he's not doing it because obviously we're right next to the table. But we're chatting away, so we are missing.
At an event, we'd be removed, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Plus, it's Ben and Matt, so we're having a bit of a giggle while we're doing it.
I think that's all I can do.
Okay, Ben's done.
We've got a nice view there of Ben's move completed. Now,
Look at those Gondor boys, eh? They've ignored it. They've done the right thing, which is ignore the wall and just give it beans.
I knew exactly what Ben was doing. Yeah, the whole way through.
Are you proud of him?
I feel like a proud dad. Yeah. No, he's done it to me once.
He got you with the same trick. The old bait and switch.
It's that thing when sometimes in this game you can see certain things happening and there's not much you can do about it. Yeah, that's a good one for moving around.
No, I know. What?
Oh, what?
So Matt is counter-charging. That's all I'm going to say about the matter.
A lot needs to go my way now.
And end of turn, guys.
Ooh,
end of turn.
The lightning round.
So the thing is here, there could be a
Skull Munch. I didn't know Gondor Warriors had fly. There's classic Ben, mate. Look at it. Oh, I wish I had a camera on that.
If looks could kill, Sean. If looks could kill.
Oh, this is going to be ace. Everyone's going to hate us after like 4 tournaments.
Well, not us, because everyone else does the ribbon.
No, but everyone we've commentated on will hate us.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to call loads of stuff.
Oh, he's going it. I almost said he was going something deep.
Let's hear it, Matt. What we got?
Gothmog
Yep.
is going to heroic strike.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
That puts him on 2.
Still got 2 for the dash roll.
So he only needs a 4 to bank it.
Enforcer's got 1. 1.
Is it?
Goroth.
No, Goroth's out.
Oh,
Gothmog's Enforcer has 1.
Goroth's got 1 left.
I've got him as none.
He's had 1 heroic strike.
Didn't he call the move so Gothmog didn't have to?
Don't mess with the tech, Matt. Don't mess with the tech.
Still got it, mate. Still got it.
Yeah. So you've got 2 left with Gothmog after this, and then you've got 1 left with Gothmog.
Hey, I'm up for this. We'll have to swap roles, get Steve and Jay on the table for Azog's Hunters versus Mirkwood. I'll take that.
I'm also going to declare Gothmog's special.
Got to head, boys. This was great. Enjoy tomorrow. Cheers, Colm.
Special reroll all wounds.
So
he's dropped his Legion rule.
He's dropping the Legion rule, which is he re-rolls all wounds board wide.
So the point of the game we're in, Boromir's on his leads and Lurtz is stood at the top of the hill with a bow. That's about the point of this game that we're in right now, I think.
Your Enforcer's got 1 left.
I'm going to save that.
Right. So he's got 1 left with Gothmog's Enforcer, he's got 2 left with Gothmog's, and he's just called the board wide, re-roll, all, everything, palaver.
Cool. So, do you want to say that one till last and seeing as it's like cinematic?
I love you guys.
Let's do that one. 2 on 1.
Interesting. Here we go.
Target.
We're not on 2.
That's all you need against Matt.
Oh!
He's killed one! He's killed one!
We're not on that bit yet.
1 on 1.
Yeah, let's do 1 on 1. No. No.
Matt takes it on a 6.
He's dead.
He wounds on a 4.
So how
I wonder
far
if he's
off
going to break him as well. He is 5 off breaking. I don't think he's going to break him.
He could break him this turn.
He could.
Oh, I've win it a fight.
So, Gondor take it. Need another 6.
Mr. Trey.
No.
No, again. The high defense of the Morannons is causing issues.
So 2 on him.
It's better than EastEnders, this.
It's tense now. This is it. This is for the game.
Even Nick's invested. Look at him. He's like, oh, it's going on.
So Ben's taking these fights, which is what he needs to do. To be fair, he's not that fussed about killing it at this stage of the board. It's not making any difference.
Obviously, they'd have more time playing a normal game, but I think if Bozza goes, it would definitely be Matt's game at that point.
There's no more moving now. There's no more moving.
No, I mean if they carried on playing. That's the time.
Oh, right, yeah.
Needing 6. No.
Again, they're just bouncing.
So this is where, yeah, he's doing the right thing. He's backing away towards objectives. It's the right thing to do.
Do next one.
I think that could be.
I don't know if
I think
they're
that
in.
could be a trap.
I don't know if they're in. I don't know if they're in.
I can't see.
Yeah, fight.
We'll soon find out, won't we?
Nope.
I think it's good that we don't know. 10. Okay, so
Maybe we don't.
we're just going to move the close cam along.
Maybe we don't want them things on the table.
So you've
'cause
got
this is
two-
Yeah, I like
and
it.
it reveals it to the
Well,
players.
what do
in
you
that
guys
way.
think? Would you rather have a visual aid on the screen showing who's in and who isn't in, or would you rather wait till the end to find out?
Because the interesting thing is, well, the ones we've ordered, they'd be on the table so the players would see. So it may have played this game out slightly differently. So
Yeah,
would you
yeah.
like to see that?
Well, they wouldn't be able to see it normally, would they? We would. They wouldn't. The players.
Well, me and them acrylic discs I bought.
Oh right, yeah. I thought you meant the
No.
digital thing.
Another one for Ben. He's at 1, 2, 3. He's about 3 or 4 off breaking. I don't know. Matt's dead pile isn't that bad actually.
Do you want to get on that side?
So they're over on the other side of the river.
Yeah, so I'm going to be shielded.
Yeah, just do it, Nick.
So you back your dude away. Back him where you want. Cool. Next one along there.
So some tactical backing away here, try and keep them all into the object. It's the
The
right
old
thing.
side
It's
shuffle.
the right
it
thing
is.
to do. It's the right
Can win
thing.
your games.
Yeah, the right thing to do.
Nope.
Keep the suspense and do it at the end. We're keeping Boromir versus Gothmog until the end. Who's your money on? Boromir or Gothmog? Gothmog's still got 2 might and he has struck.
Yeah.
If he rolls higher than a 1, which is a big ask from Matt,
Yeah.
but if he rolls higher than 1, he will have the higher
With 4,
fight
he's got
value.
4 dice. Though.
I know, right? Yeah, because he charged.
Yeah,
of course.
charge. Yeah, 4 dice. Plus, has he got a thing in there?
He's re-roll. If he wins the fight, he's got 8 dice re-rolling all wounds. Boz is done, right?
So that's drawn.
It's drawn.
Yeah.
Got them drawn to combat. Sorry.
All the way around there. You know, orcs would fly now. And I think
We've had a C-bomb and a couple of Fs. We've got to demonetize this one.
so I've got 3 from Boromir. You struck.
Is this it?
Big one.
Is this the main event?
This is the main event.
Let's get the camera just on those 2. Don't roll it yet! No!
No, leave
It's
it,
got
leave
to
it.
stand.
Yeah, that's the strike.
What did you go up by?
3.
So, you've got the higher fight value.
Do you want me to give you a target?
Yeah.
There they are. So,
Zoom out.
Zoom out a little.
that'll do.
Oh, a bit more.
Okay. Here we go.
I want to see a 6 here.
Oh.
Oh, there it is.
So you need a 4 up because you've got 2 might.
Got the 5.
So he has to use a point of
Would you
might.
like to spend a point of might? Point of might to take it with the point value on the 6.
So to be fair, he still has a point of might.
So what is Gothmog's strength and what is Boz's defense?
So defense 7.
It's got to be strength 4, Captain.
Strength 4, 6.
But
So
with
it's
plus
6
1.
is
6 is down to 5s.
and re-rolling everything on 8 dice.
Yeah, it's grim. It's grim. It's basically 16 dice.
I'll do Gothmog
It
last.
may as well be, innit?
Is he dead?
I'll do Gothmog last, and I'll do the.
Look at him getting the cheeky early wounds in.
Smashy first.
Go on in. So this guy at strength 3 will also be 6s.
No, so he's strength.
Oh no, he's
5.
strength 5. He's burly.
Five
Gets
burly,
plus he gets a plus 1.
Plus 1, re-rolling everything.
So he's 5s, 4s, burly 3s.
No, 5s, 4s, plus 1,
3s.
3s.
Like I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Cool. Cheers, bro.
I'm getting excited.
Yep.
So you can re-roll the ones that failed.
Oh, that Legion roll. What's he do? How many did he do?
4.
So there's 4 wounds. Would you like to fate 3 of
I think-
them? Oh, he doesn't have
is
3
it-
fate. Of course not.
No, he does have
Oh, he
3
does have
fate.
3
Yeah,
fate.
yeah.
Do you want to see what you get with? Because it may be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also, keep the suspense going.
Yeah, roll the fate. Roll the
Go on,
fate.
go on, go on. Roll the
3
fate.
fate
roll the
rolls.
fate.
First one.
Oh, he's 1 at a time in him.
Oh, he's
one
got
wound.
past these. He's got past
I
these.
know. Oh!
So Gothmog didn't even get
He
the
didn't
kill.
even get to swim. There we go. So Gothmog's enforcer did the work for him after all that. And guys, that is the end of the game.
Yeah.
Moral victory due to Matt just for whatever just happened. A big shout out. Yeah, we do. So we're going to measure the scenario just to see because
we'll find out for you. What I'll do, I'll whack it on.
So looking at it,
the main top down while the lads are counting.
So as they were measuring there, the ones on Matt's board edge were in, and we did think that in the last turn they moved out of 6.
Just get rid of everyone else.
So yeah,
give me 2 seconds.
Are we all doing that? That thing. Are you doing like a thing there with them? Then.
Because we'll be in the bottom. I'll put ours in the bottom.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I'll create it now.
So Matt, you had 15, and how many did you have?
9.
9. So he's going to get the more, but not double.
Yep.
So he's going to get the 2 points for that. He's going to get nobody was broken, and leader kill. So it's going to be 5-0.
Yep.
5-0. Cool. Let's get you two over here. Good epic handshake, of course. Love it.
You can just fill the space for 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk. I'm pretty good at that. So there we go. Of course, that was a cool game to watch, and we may have got a bit excited in the last time, but most importantly, it let us test what we're here tonight to do, which is the live streaming that we want to be taking to events and an alternate style of battle reports that we're going to be doing for you. So let us know any feedback in the Facebook group. No, we're fine. So let us know anything in the Facebook group of what you'd like us to change. We've got loads of notes already. So give us a couple of weeks to fix up, change, and we would love to do it again. Would you guys tune in and help us again? Because if you can help us hone this to exactly what you want to see, we can keep bringing what we want, and what we think we're already doing, which is the premium Middle-earth content, right?
That's the plan. That's the plan. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna, as if by magic, go straight live.
I know,
out
right?
of the studio
to the table,
pitch side,
to get a
completely unscripted. How did it go?
Wow, how did it go for you, Matt?
Well, my dice stopped working.
Oh, you guys!
Hey. No, so what was the score in the end?
So it was
5-0. 5-0. No one broken.
No, I wasn't broken. You were broken. You did kill Boromir in the very last turn.
So last turn,
and you got more, but not double.
Yeah, you got 15 around the centre. I got 9.
So that at the end, the manoeuvre which Ben did, it almost come off. I think Ben was up against it. I think you both agree.
Yeah.
Most of the game, and to be fair, I think he did well to get in what he got in.
I think we were panicking. We thought Matt moved completely off the objective, especially when.
I think we thought you forgot about what you were supposed to be doing.
So did the chat. By the way. That's why we were having little whisper time.
There was people saying that this guy played the game before, does he know what he's doing? Does he know what that green thing is in the middle of the board? I didn't want to say too much because you were playing and was sat right here. But I always knew that this game was going to come down to mic usage and when you used it and who used what first and who jumped first, basically. And from looking at it from here, I don't know how you feel. I think that Boromir using that mic early on,
that combat
made it a real uphill struggle for you.
I think
that 3-mic heroic combat was crippling.
Ultimately, I think on foot you're never going to get the best out of either of those heroes.
Correct.
I decided to take them as a, for an extra 10 points, I would absolutely mount both of them.
I was surprised when he wasn't mounted.
The thing is, they could have galloped over that bridge and annihilated.
Yeah, exactly. I could have, I could have potentially done a bit more damage, but it was good. But obviously, when I'm calling this heroic combats, I've not got the reliability of him killing. One thing I have realised that I completely forgot to use with Boromir was the Horn of Gondor.
Of course.
Yes. But that's
no one do it. You always do it in back reps. The Horn of Gondor.
So that might have. They're not highest courage, so that might have caused.
It's still then the killing in it.
Exactly. It's the killing. When he's only rolling 3 dice to kill and he's needing 5s across the board, that's not reliable when you're only rolling 3 dice.
It was real interesting for whole ground because you both, in the most part, got your stuff where you wanted it. Obviously, Matt's first war ban got to place, but then Matt was able to keep everything with it. And just seeing Matt with the more models and that big defense just get on mass across the objective first was kind of you had your work out and kudos, Ben. You played that wicked, and even if Boromir hadn't have fell there, I still think it could have been your game.
Yeah.
If we played through.
You did the right thing keeping Boromir away from Gothmog in my eyes the whole game, because I think Matt's objective was getting the Enforcer and Gothmog in on Boromir.
Yeah.
That would have been game over early on. So I think you did well with what you did. I think it was uphill for you from the start.
I think
it was a cool game, and it showcased what that Legion can do.
Only on 6s is absolutely crippling. When you're kind of wounding me on 4 half the time basically, as long as you're winning the combats, and that's why the ranges were absolutely crucial for me, because I needed to have that fight value advantage, because if I don't win the combats, even if I'm not killing you, I still need to be able to survive.
That Legion special ability
is
combined with the Enforcer backing up Gothmog.
You've got the world.
And Doroth. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. That if there was anything at 500 points, Ben, that you would change for that list now, knowing what you know now is coming, what changes would you make to the list?
I would have put both the heroes on horse. I think that would be exactly the
Faramir
only
Lance
change.
as well would get a lot of work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd have mounted Faramir, given him armour, or heavy armour, giving him all the toys. Probably just dropped a couple of warriors, warriors with spear, because they don't really add the fight value or anything. If I was playing the full game, I would have probably even just sat back and shot for another couple of turns and dragged him off the objective, and used the heroes a little bit more to churn through and try and sort of pick favourable combats, because obviously he's going to have to come to me in order to do that. And then he risks leaving. Does he leave people in the middle? How much of his army does he commit to come to me? But obviously, because we only had an hour and a half, you got to place the scenario. I didn't kill as many as I would have liked with the shooting to begin with.
It's a short game. Strictly for tonight's purposes. Again, maybe if the game was 2 hours, you wouldn't have done the things with Boromir that you would have done. Would that be safe to say?
I'd have held something like that, because I knew when we had 40 minutes left, I knew we were probably going to get
we needed to get something done.
Cool.
But all in all, good game.
Great game.
Good
Loved
game.
it. Really good. Loved it.
How did you feel playing us filming it this way?
Great. Yeah, good.
A lot of fun. Right, guys, we'll flip back to us. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Ben and Matt.
And Nick.
And Nick, obviously, yeah.
And everyone in the chat.
I was going to leave Nick till the end with Pat.
All right. Forget I said that. But no, thank you.
What did you guys think? Make sure you talk about this now. Talk about the fact that you've seen this. Any sort of tips as to what you'd improve or what you don't think works or works. Leave that for the Patreon chat or PM us directly. But other than that, let people know what we're doing, what we're trying to do. Let other TOs know if you've know a TO you think might be interested in this at their event. Speak to them, let them know what you've seen. But yeah, just get behind us, guys, because we want to take this all over.
Yeah,
we want to do it everywhere. Make sure you check out all the links below and everything, all that palaver. But thank you guys for taking part. We really appreciate you coming and supporting us. And this battle report will be on YouTube.
Maybe
in a few days. It will. But thank you guys. I've been Top Table Steve.
I am Top Table Jay.
We've had Top Table Ben and not Top Table Matt. And thanks to Pat. Thanks to Nick. Would not have been able to do this without you guys. So kudos.
Much love.
Thank you very much. And we will see you again very soon. I'm trying to find the end screen. So give me a minute. Do you want to talk for a minute?
Yeah. No, but thank you very much for tuning in. It's been good. All feedback. If you think we did something rubbish, do let us know. We're big boys. We'll take it on the chin, and it helps us make better content for you. And hopefully Steve's now found the thing.
Found it. Thank you guys.
Yes. See you later.
Take care. See you later.
Bye.